stopped working for a second. I did not tag you. I should probably do that from time to time. I don't want to log out of Facebook because Facebook hates the fact that I have a password.
Open up the... I know, right?
Yeah, the only Facebook I have to log in is mine. Oh, it's
Twitter.
okay. Oh Jesus, I thought Twitter just broke. Okay, quietly type in your password. As a mic on. Waiting. Yeah, sure, fine. That's right. Oh, that reminds me. I need to reset my Discord password. Someone tried to hack it. Oh, hey, hope your run goes better than mine did. Here's hoping. I'm gonna require. Well, we're gonna require the pass from Swish. No, I want the other ones. Those are better as individual controllers. There's the remote. So. I was just handed a drumstick.
The ice cream cup.
Nah, it's turkey. Oh, it's very quiet. Oh. No, it just took a minute. Okay.
You have the back thing?
Well, they're right there.
Yeah. I have to curl my finger to touch it to hit that.
Fine, you and your fingers.
Yeah. It was great. I'm like some little baby bear.
I don't know why potato was my item of reference. Oh, okay. There we are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be right or left?
Right, since I'm on the right side.
Okay. Whenever you're done tweeting. Okay, so. Oh shit. Okay. I reoriented the controller and it did not wish to. Okay, so remember how I said that the Hyrule Warrior games were multiplayer the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not doing those. We are... Wow, this would have been far more dramatic if I remembered how to... We're doing Monster Prom. Because I bought it... It was 69% off.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had to buy it. And I played a couple rounds of it, and it's fun. So. Pardon? Oh, flippin' heck. Do not tell me.
You want to use... We're each using one of those, right?
Yes, you are correct. Okay. Okay. Also, Summers and Mara is a fun game, and so yeah, up to 4 people can play this dumb thing. Yes, Summers and Mara is fun. Do you want to do a 45-minute game or a 60-minute game?
Do a 45.
Okay.
That should put us time for my food to arrive.
The game's a dumpster fire, partially affectionate. Well, okay, you have ice cream in your gob. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Okay. I'm gonna pick Fire Lady because she's cool. Blue Lady because she's cool, or because she's blue.
Yes. Those are the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Blue
get
Lady.
to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom.
What's Prom? I'm curious about the multiplayer. Yeah, me too. Oh, okay. In single player, you get 3 weeks for a short game. I remember it clearly. 2 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with stupidly huge heart.
Aww.
Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, a mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 2 weeks left to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 2 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart.
Where are our paper towels?
In the kitchen. By the stand mixer. Stand mixer got some use this weekend. I made a cake.
Oh, you made the cake?
Yeah. Also, why is almost everyone in their 20s? I think that's mentioned at some point. I think it might be like a riff on like high school movies where everyone is obviously in their 20s or 30s.
Monsters age differently, okay?
Yeah, Liam is over 400 years old.
4XX.
Yeah. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to start.
Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats.
Oh boy.
This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? Probably rabies. I'd go to a hospital immediately. The incredible power of writing fanfiction so compelling that the actual creators of the TV show decided to go with my ideas and crazy ships. The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people, seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, and even conquering complex emotional thoughts.
Conveying.
What I said? Oh, I said like conquering, didn't I?
You did.
Rabies. What about
Trick
you?
question. Possums are immune to rabies and cannot transmit it.
That is true. I should have thought of that. Also, the more I look at that Sailor Moon, the more I love it. Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane? A dildo? Duh. Human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, never-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. An ATM. Sugar baby for life. Here I come. You know what? Yeah, this one.
I was saying.
OC hug pillow. Let's see.
Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary that you totally forgot. Quick, come up with an idea for a great gift.
The abstract concept of gratefulness, a silly toy that'll make silly noises, anything capable of leading them to an overdose of some sort. A pony, always a pony. Head of their fiercest enemy, anything on fire, or a weapon. No, a weapon on fire. You know what? Yeah.
There's 2 of them that work for you.
Yeah, there is.
This
Let's
is the
see.
other one.
The questions are different. Yeah. Yeah, there seem to be a boatload of questions. Like,
Concept of gratefulness, the head of their fiercest enemy.
yeah, this is my my third round, and I haven't seen the same question twice.
Overdose.
Overdose.
Yeah!
Yeah, Polygeist. Oh, I didn't see who I was, or who I picked.
I did not see who you got either.
Oh, no. Well. But yeah, I don't know. The 2 games I played of this, it feels like whatever character you get in that last round, they kind of just shove at you. So, hopefully I'll figure it out. Also, there's a character in this who is absolutely 100% a character I would make. They're called the Slayer. They continuously fail at trying to murder the inhabitants of, okay, I'm very smart and I'm moderately creative.
So, like, real life.
Yeah? You know what, yeah, let's go to the auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It'll be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. I gain +2 creativity. You're chilling out, not murdering anybody, when Damien slinks up next to you. He's hauling a large sack with the words, "Definitely not a corpse," written on it. Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but there's definitely actually a corpse in this bag. You never would have guessed. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm exactly responsible for making this corpse. At least not without my lawyer present. But let's just say he and I apparently had very different definitions of rock, paper, scissors. Anyway, I'm not interested in going back to jail, so I need you to help me hide this body real quick. It would be an extremely attractive thing to do. Luckily, hiding dead bodies is kind of your thing. You share your brilliant solution. Disguise him as a drinking fountain, no one will know the difference. Just chuck him in my garage. He'll blend perfectly with my collection of vintage dead bodies. I kind of love going the absurd answer route, because fucking disguise him as a drinking fountain. Oh yeah, duh, of course. Didn't even realize how much this guy has in common with the drinking fountain. Not alive, very heavy, water faucet sticking out of his head. And this means I get to demolish our current water fountain. This day just got so much better. And that's saying something, because I already murdered a guy. Damien's new water fountain is a huge hit amongst the school's vampire population. You're a huge hit with Damien. You gain +2 fun and +1 creativity.
Alright.
Okay, Frankenblue. Also, I realized I am, very close to the microphone, so I'm going to move it to a more centralized location.
That makes sense. I forgot that.
Yeah.
We've been...
Are you blocked from the auditorium?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
I am. You rude
That's
ass.
interesting.
Smarts, boldness, creativity.
You're very money. You're very money and charm. Let's see.
Let's go to class.
I only did one short round.
The day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school.
I put that right in the middle for both of us. I'm impressed. Let's put it over
You
here.
gain +2 smarts. The teacher hasn't arrived yet, so everybody's chatting amongst themselves. Polly and Scott are sitting next to you, and you can't help overhearing their conversation. Alright, I hereby call this meeting of the Prank Masters to order. Prank Master Dog? Here. Prank Master Geist? Present. Great, okay, our first order of business. Operation Prank the Teacher. Should we come up with a different name for the operation? Something more secret? No, Scott, that's what they're expecting. Okay. Well, I think we should poop on her desk. That's pretty good, but ghosts can't poop, and I want to participate. Good point. What else can we do? Ooh, Miss Lestrada's a vampire, right? Oh, why don't we open the blinds so when she comes in, she bursts of dust? Oh boy, that would be such a good prank. That's why we're the Prank Masters!
With Ozzy.
Scott and Polly excitedly try to open the blinds, but they won't budge. Seems like Miss Lestrada participated in this particular prank. Lame. Well, I'm temporarily out of ideas. Scott? Nothing. Anybody? Anybody? The Prank Masters are currently accepting applications. You fancy yourself a bit of prankster, don't you? Why not treat them to one of your amazing prank ideas?
Yeah, you, the prank master extraordinaire, looking like a narc. Tell the teacher she's got something
on her face. There's no way for her to shine. Quick, become a minister and consecrate the room. She won't be able to enter.
Just imagining a zombie-esque drinking fountain. Yeah.
I'm going with like this one.
Yeah, that's...
Your damn plan totally works. Miss Lestrade shows up and Polly tells her she's got some blood on her cheek. You chime in and tell her she's rubbing the wrong cheek. Scott joins in too, and you manage to keep it going until your teacher flips out and flees to the teacher's lounge to ask someone trustworthy about her face. Meanwhile, you, Scott, and Polly all sneak out of the classroom and have a great time setting rolls of toilet paper on fire in the bathrooms. Looks like you're officially a provisional member of the Prank Masters. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Let's trade places.
Everybody chooses something cool. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Oh, you... okay.
Player orders decided based on how weird it would be to find the selected thing as the prize in a Happy Meal. Start debating now.
Find the selected thing in a Happy Meal. Okay.
I don't understand.
I think you get to choose who goes first. Okay, player orders decided based on how weird it would be to find selected item in a... Oh! Oh! Okay, so we were supposed to come up with an item to find in the Happy Meal. And then... Okay. So, the cat girl is the shop. I don't know if she does anything on lunch. And yeah, these are just the idiots you can hang out with. So I'm gonna hang out with Business Gorgon and Damien. We find Damien and Vera hunched over a scale model of spooky National Bank made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and ketchup packets. Alright, we'll go through the side entrance, disable the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe. Why don't we just blow up the side entrance, and blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe? Because we only have so much C4, Damien. That sounds like a personal problem. What's this thing? Damien points at a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre. That's the Police Ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head, never sleeps, doesn't take bribes, and is invincible in combat. Can we blow him up? No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him. Well, I have ideas. Yo, Red! We'll cut you in on the heist if you solve the ogre problem for us. Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you... rob the bank yourself and split the money with Vera. Eat the pickle. Eat the pickle. Quick as a flash, you snatch the pickle off the table and bite it in half. Yes! Success! Suck it, ogre! That doesn't actually solve the... Look, Vera, now the path to the vault is clear. We can blow it open and walk out with the cash. But the ogre is still there. The map doesn't lie, Vera. I see no ogre. Fine. Why don't you two just rob the bank then? I'll focus on my illegal drug trade. You're happy to share a romantic heist with Damien together. You eat the actual ogre just like you ate the pickle. Everyone knows police ogres are the ultimate aphrodisiac.
Let's go.
Yeah, this game's ridiculous. I love it. Because none of... Okay, Scott might be, like, the only good person in the school.
He wanted to poop on the teacher's desk.
To be fair, Polly is a terrible, like, influence on everyone around her.
You find Polly and Liam not eating, as usual. You know, because they're undead. You know, the food in this cafeteria really is atrocious. It's hardly even worthy of my moment, Graham. Oh, what? I don't even eat the food. See, this is exactly what I mean. We can do so much better than these subpar culinary abortions. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the two of us should have a cook-off. What? No. Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage, though, because I've cooked so many drugs. Oh, you think you've got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. Two of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. Two celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? Liam's, because I think that glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley he sprinkled on top. Polly's, because she literally just made a pair of pajamas for her. Yes. What? Unbelievable. That's not even food. What isn't even food? That pile of yarn you're knitting in that frying pan that's clearly a set of pajamas for a cat. Oh, was it supposed to be food? Sorry, I forgot what we were doing. Yes, it was supposed to be food, and yours obviously isn't. Oh yeah, then how come it won the food contest, huh? Well, because... Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll catch you all later. I gotta go find a cat to put these pajamas on.
I am the strongest.
Later, you run into Polly again and she lets you pet her kitty, if you know what we mean. It means you get to pet the cat, she put the pajamas on. What did you think it meant? Let's trade places.
Okay.
Choose a brand. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Navy.
Austin. Shut up.
Okay. You have the A button.
Decided on how intriguing it would be if the selected brand decided to produce their own TV show. Start debating now.
Okay, so a TV show based off Navy brandings, or Navy's like clothing line, I feel like would be as awful as like the Geico Caveman like show.
I mean, I'm with you. Navy would be way better than like the Cracker show.
So we at least got that figured out.
Yay.
Let's do this!
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, now if you want to buy something, you can go up here to the cat, which buying something is pretty fun. You can get like event items and whatnot. You know what? Let's go to the bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You're minding your own business when Damien comes rushing through, punching everyone who's minding their own business. Fuck, I'm so angry! I'm so angry I want to pull out my own skull and eat it. I'm so angry I want to set the skull on fire, and then punch the fire in its fucking face. So angry I want to spend years accumulating political capital so I can become president and then use my nuclear codes to blow up the sun. And you're standing in my way. Move before I punch you so hard you remember with melancholy the times when you could move with all your bones not hurting. Oh no, violence incoming. Think fast. Joke's on you, I'm a pragmatist. I avoid any kind of idealization in the past because it has no use. Therefore, I refuse feeling any kind of melancholy. No time to think of anything clever. Start dancing for no reason. Dance-offs are good distractions. You have no idea what to do, so you just start doing a silly dance. It really is silly indeed. Or, it's really, really silly indeed. Before you realize, all your classmates have joined you in your silly little dance. What the fuck? Move or I will kill you dead, noob! But Damien, you can't deny she is actually moving. Yeah, and quite the moves she has. Clearly, even Damien can't fight against logic. Maybe you should move, Damien. Don't be a loser. Yeah, as you just said, here you move or you die. All your classmates start chanting, move or die, move or die. Ah! Damien, frustrated by the crazy, mindless but joyful mob you've created, finally leaves. Still, from afar, you can see an internal fire brimming in the backs of his eyes. For now, you gain +2 boldness and +1 fun.
Let's go.
So,
Give me your money.
Hey, last night I read this article on how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me the dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets. I have $7.
yep.
So
And
wise enough to know when a gift needs given. Uh-huh. I have no idea you appreciate a good old reverse Romanian Wilkinson. It's kind of hot to get into that kinky shit. Okay. Use hard work, education, great mentors, and tons of raw talent. But damn, that sounds exhausting. So let's settle for a motivational course for now, okay? Fake badass tattoo. Sexy fake Latin accent. Well, social life is so hard nowadays. A PR agent. PR agent costs less than a penguin mask.
yeah, it does. Russian
Novel
novel
with
with
an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. This you can always use online encyclopedia to get a general idea and still be able to act as if you've read it. The former prom queen. For good blood rituals, or in case you're just a creep with unhealthy obsessions. You wouldn't dare ask me how I got this. He used to be cool, as they are, but they're just because they're still fun in their own twisted way.
Okay, Hillary brought up a good question. How do you get money? I didn't even notice this before. You go to the library and you mine Bitcoin. Like, legitimately, that's what you do.
Remember the first rule of Shop Club: no refunds.
I love Shop Club.
Let's do this.
Okay, what happens to me? You're engaging in your favorite weekend activity, ignoring everything in favor of thinking about which classmate you'd like to take to prom and how horny you are. When you find out that this is apparently reading on your face, hey Red, you seem pretty horny like someone who sits around all day thinking about who you're going to take to prom. Wow, does she have your number or what? Listen, I'm kind of interested in someone, but honestly, I don't think I could be with any monster who isn't spectacular at sex. I know sex isn't everything, but it's sort of everything to me. Not really, but it's pretty high on my list of priorities. Sorry if this is TMI. Titillating monster interaction. But it's something... blah. But it's something you know, so I thought you might have some insight. It's Blue. I just love sex! Any position... missionary, clergy, apocalyptic, upside-down nightmare, demon, the pentagram. What do you think? Could Blue keep up with me? I can only say this. She is the discoverer of the orgasm. Actually, the whole thing is named after her. Haven't you ever noticed that orgasm is an anagram of Blue? Are you kidding me? Once I asked her what she thought sex was about, don't ask me why, and she told me that it was the natural process for most living beings to conceive children. She has no idea.
That's not wrong.
No. I'm gonna be a good wingman. Blue? Orgasm? Oh my god, you're totally right! Never even noticed that before. Like, actually, it still makes no sense to me, but I'm gonna assume that's because I'm high and it's super legit on the level. You seem to know your letters and words. I'm sure it'll make sense more once I sober up. Blue invented the orgasm, eh? I'm a fan of going straight to the source. I only buy opium from the dude who first discovered it. Being dead rocks. It sure does it? Important thing is Blue, aka Orgasm, totally owes you one. Not one orgasm, just general one. You know what I mean. Oh, you gain 3 fun. I'm a very fun and creative person.
Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice, but loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
The Shining.
I was gonna go with The Stand.
How weird.
The selected movie would be.
Huh. Well, I do know, like, some hardcore fans of The Shining, and they are...
So their fandom overlaps.
Yeah?
I think we have to actually throw this to random.
Yeah?
Because they're Stephen King movies. Like, the fandom, like, The Stand and The Shining are also set in the same universe.
Oh, yeah. Aren't, like, all but a couple of his books set in the same universe retroactively?
More than a couple, but yeah, like...
I'm still first!
You suck. And it's the same multiverse.
Mm,
You need to read the Dark Tower series.
I do.
It's so good.
Let's see. Oh, I saw the Bitcoin mining. Yeah, so, yeah, if I want... Yeah, I could go to the library, get some Bitcoin mining, and then buy something. Which I don't want to do, because, like, this is our next to last day. Or next to last, like, thing. I'm gonna go outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people.
What?
Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun.
Wow, you were the funnest.
Yeah. Despite everything else happening around you, you're just solving some Sudokus, but your mind is constantly going back to Damien. Stupid, sexy Damien and his idiotic short temper. You think he could even be your sweetheart, but he seems more focused on being angry 24/7. For God's sake, he's the kind of guy that could get angry at a banana. As a matter of fact, your daydreaming is interrupted by the feral screams of Damien, who seems to be insulting an actual banana. You stupid yellow fruit! What's your deal? Do you think you're richer in potassium than me?
Yes.
No one is richer in potassium than Damien fucking Lively. Is he even for real? Stupid sexy Damien. No, you need to put a stop to this nonsense before it escalates into arson somehow. Defend the banana's honor. Eat the banana. You know what? It worked before. You get closer to Damien in a very cool and quiet way. Huh? Why don't you mind your own business, noob? But you don't mind your business. You eat the banana instead. What? Ah! Oh, look at Damien. He's losing his shit again. Yeah, he was bullying that banana, but it seems he's all bark and no bite. Not like Red, huh? Indeed. Red seems to be all bite for sure. Kinda sexy. It is alluring. Being all bite, not the bullying. Bullying is never alluring or sexy. True that. Unless you're bullying a banana. I mean, who cares? It's just stupid. Damien's stupid. Hashtag winners don't bully bananas. They just eat them. Hashtag Damien is a stupid banana bully. Ah, not again! This is it! This is the last time you dare fuck with me, you bastard! On prom night, we're gonna share a very very special dance. Spoiler alert, it will hurt! Ooh! That's a prom fight on prom night. Damien versus Red. Instant classic. Interesting. I might attend. Damn right! You all have tickets to watch as I reduce Red to bones into a sad, shapeless pulp. Yes! Free tickets! Hashtag prom fight on prom night! And so you've led yourself to your own potential death? Nice. At least you gain +3 boldness for doing so of your own volition.
Let's go.
Banana bully might be my new favorite phrase from this. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, this is bathrooms. Take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 bonus and probably +1 staphylococcus, with a slight chance of +1 STD. Suddenly, you see Polly vomit ectoplasm all over her cell phone. You rush to help her. Ugh. I just got my 97th hey as an opening line on horny dating app. TM. I just had to puke out of pure boredom. Hey, what am I supposed to do with hey? Whatever happened to reaching out to someone with a fierce dick pic? People are just copy-pasting hey and sending it to every monster that looks halfway interesting. What about you? Are you a hey person too? I hope not. If you read the horny dating app TM profile of a fun-loving spectral delight such as myself, what would you say to me? Yes. Hell yeah, drugs. It's a great opening line. Also, let's do drugs. Wake up an indiscriminate amount of time later, feeling like shit, but happy about it. So like unicorn shit, where it's rainbow or something. Whatever. When you run into Polly later, she's grinning like a lunatic, and it's clear something went down. Maybe one of you? Hey there, cutie patootie. I had the best time the other night. We should really do all this again sometime. And I mean all of it. Even that zoo animal style stuff. You left a couple things at my place. I put them outside your locker. That Polly disappears, leaving you to wonder exactly what transpired between you and what article of clothing you left behind. When you open the box marked blue, all you see are a pair of handcuffs and the last surviving breasty pigeon. Neither of those things are yours, but you would hate for Polly to think you're lame. Apparently when she said zoo animal stuff, she meant stealing a bird. Seems like maybe you guys didn't so much have sex, but she clearly wants to spend more time with you, so hell yeah. You go home with a huge grin and a new pair of handcuffs and the last surviving... Oops. What was the last surviving breasty pigeon? You should be more careful with your belongings. Relevant. You've gained Polly's admiration and +2 charm and +1 fun. I am not creative.
Everybody chooses a food.
Pizza.
Banana. How filthy this sounds. Hey, darling, my banana is moist and ready for you. My pizza is moist
and ready for you.
Oh. I would go with pizza because I don't know what that means.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you first dibs at lunch. Did they do horse trank? It's Polly, so maybe.
Who's this?
He is an interdimensional bachelor who regularly kidnaps the people from this school to try and marry them. He's great.
Let's come here and screw this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're fighting Damien and Vera, contemplating a huge slab of unidentifiable prime meat. Alright, Damien. I know we had our share of disagreements during this convoluted poaching expedition. Like when you told me not to bring all my knives. But I trust we can now put our differences behind us and enjoy the fruits of our labors. You mean the meats of our labors? Yes. Together we will enjoy this raw, bloody cut of meat as a symbol of our... Wait, raw and bloody? You mean you're not even going to try using fire on it? Of course I used fire. I specifically instructed the chef to prepare this meat while glancing briefly at a lit stove. Did the fire ever, touch the meat? What would be the point of that? A cut this fine can only be eaten ultra rare. Like hell it can. You wait here while I get my culinary flamethrower. Damien, please, let's be reasonable about this. What is reasonable? If we can't come to an agreement, let's appeal to an arbitrary third party. Blue will surely make the intelligent choice for us. Isn't that right? Maybe. Oh word, the steak is too cooked already. Rub some ice on it and douse it in blood, quick. The way to enjoy a steak is after its charred remains have been retrieved from a burnt...
No! The other one was right!
No, it wasn't. Quite right. Someone turn off the heat. Get a frost wizard in here. Fetch me more blood from the blood bank. What the fuck? I'm not gonna eat a big chunk of raw meat. How am I supposed to ensure maximum suffering without fire? Oh darn, I guess I'm going to have to enjoy this whole juicy steak by myself. Whatever. I'm gonna go burn down a burger joint and eat whatever survives the fire. Good for you, Damien. Live your best life. Vera slips you a thick stack of cash under the table. Unfortunately, she pays you in Vera bucks. More fortunately, your stack of Vera bucks is redeemable for 4.5 minutes of intimate eye contact. Juicy.
What, do you see a problem with this offer?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, you know what? I never actually have gone to lunch with this idiot, so... You're enjoying a quiet meal by yourself. When a wound opens up in the fabric of space, revealing the interdimensional prince.
Greetings, my love.
Greetings, hero. I have a test for which no hands are fit but yours. A portal is sealed against me. Okay, yeah, making sure I read that right. Which I have not strength enough to open. Please help me to break the seal. On this jar of kosher dill pickles. Seriously. You take the jar from him, pop off the lid, and hand it back to him. Maybe he'll leave you alone now. Oh, bless you, hero. Your noble deeds deserve a noble title. Yes, I'll give you one free noble title. Redeemable now. Maybe he'll leave you alone if you accept the title. Excuse me. Anyway, having one would be sweet. You check his phone and see your options. Foreign minister in charge of extreme handsomeness. Most unscrupulous treasurer. In charge of extreme handsomeness. A most appropriate title indeed. You shall be in charge of exporting handsomeness from my dimension into yours. Here, have a month's supply of handsomeness just to get you started. You're a bit offended at that the prince thinks you need him to supply you with handsomeness. But this is really good stuff. Your eyes twinkle with useful vitality, your teeth cause lens flares when you smile, everyone in the cafeteria is stunned by your sudden beauty. Maybe you won't bother exporting any of this handsomeness after all. You gain +4 charm, holy heck.
You just doubled your charm. He chooses an animal. Rabbit.
The platypus.
How intriguing a new Game of Thrones house would be if it had the selected animals its sigil.
Okay, look. The House of the Platypus. Yeah.
Like,
more fantasy settings need to acknowledge the existence of the platypus.
mind that Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh! That day you spent some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it's paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. Scott and Vera shoulder each other out of the way to try and get to you first. Hey, I heard Damien talking about how he's gonna beat you up at prom. Yeah, mess him up. What? Hey, I don't believe in gratuitous violence. Unless I'm a werewolf, in which case one time I ate a kindergartner. You're right, Scott. I should look into this upcoming carnage and think of a way to monetizing it. Bleh. I heard Polly saying Damien was giving away free tickets to watch him skinning Red alive. Such a lack of business perspective is discouraging. That's not nice. Why haven't I received free tickets? Maybe the not-so-nice part is the part about you being skinned alive? Anyway, Red, what are you doing about this? Might I interest you in some... Oberlin life insurance? This might be a good time to get a policy.
Why has she got snow on her?
Because they all have winter outfits. Polly's is, she's gone full-on crazy Christmas outfit and has...
But like, I understand the concept, but why is there snow on her in the library?
Don't worry about it. Monster School. Yeah, Red, what are you doing about this? Won't you give us free tickets to watch Damien skin you alive? Don't be rude, bro. That's a good question. What are you doing about this? Seems like you're pretty screwed, but maybe if you play your cards right, you can convince one of these two to teach you how to fight. Let's see, I don't know. Probably die unless some big, strong, good at sports man decides to teach me how to fight. But where would I even find such a man? Okay, I believe out of the two of these, Vera actually does know how to mess someone up.
Yeah, she looks at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip Vera $100.
Oh.
Well, you're trying to bribe me with 20 cents, 3 sticks of gum, and some Dragonheart Tanzos? That's right between sad and insulting. And you know what? I don't feel I don't like feeling insulted. I guess you will get to know my combat style. That's because Vera proceeds to attack you. Her style mixes fierceness, elegance, and lots of dirty tricks.
Yeah, that tracks.
You end up a bloody mess on the floor. You guess in some way Vera has taught you a lesson and turn loud fight. Oh, lose 2 boldness, 1 fun.
Oof.
I'm still very much on both of them. Look at you, don't even have double digits in anything yet. She's a knight.
Adorable.
Yeah.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. Oh no.
Oh no.
There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose -3 years of life. This is your end of the deal, but who cares? They were happening in-game anyway. Oh my god, did you hear? They finally invented a tattoo gun that works on ghosts. I'm totally gonna get one as soon as school lets out. Oh shit, we should definitely get matching tattoos. You wanna? Of course you. What are you, responsible? The important question is, what kind of tattoo do you want to get? Tired text of the Necronomicon. You do the first half and I'll be the second half. That's, you get party par and I'll get Teepaw. Put your knuckles together and you know what that spells.
Oh my god. These are both stupid.
I love this one. Oh. Wow. Ever heard of a little thing called cultural appropriation? The Necronomicon is our book. You know, right? Tattooing it anywhere on your dumb flesh. No, I don't care if your great-granddad was a necromancer, if you're a zombie or a Frankenstein.
You are
Frankenstein isn't a monster, just a human doctor. But you guess it's not the best time to correct her. The Necronomicon is for ghosts and skeletons only, okay? Well, that's disappointing. I can't believe we're in the 2020s and we're still having this conversation. I think I almost got a tattoo with you. Join your sorrows by getting dang tattooed on your chest. It's not a good look. You lose 2 charm and... Oh no.
Oh boy, we both screwed up on our last day.
This is very disappointing.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Damien. Oh, you also have an option to just go no.
Ah.
Yo.
I want to, but after that last bit.
Party. Is it snow or is it rubble? I think it's snow.
Polly or Vera?
I think you have the most points with party. Or Polly, actually.
Yep. Let's go.
Finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Oh, not a chance in the world, darling. Poor life choices is how I died. So now I can tell a poor afterlife choice when I see it. And boo, you're a big one.
Rude.
You can get a date for monster prom. Actually, you couldn't get a date for the rest of your life. Some nights alone in your bed, you wish sadness was an STD, because at least then you wouldn't be getting so much of it. Wow.
Oh, excuse me. In your cockiest voice, you remind Damien the two of you have a date on prom night.
What a noob.
Date? No, I'm just breaking your bones, you idiot. Conflating love language with violence is extremely problematic and can totally lead to toxic relationships. You just gave me more reasons to kick your ass big time. Not that I needed them. Prom night arrives and your brawl is even scheduled in the official promgram. I hate wordplay. A crowd is ready for your fight.
You crazy
Oh.
bastard.
Big surprise, you totally lack the preparation. Your total lack of preparation has actual consequences. Damien unleashes a storm of punches upon you, and it seriously hurts. If that wasn't enough, you can hear the crowd judging you. I heard she made a problematic statement that mixed love and violence earlier. Yeah, language is important and it can shape a society. It's our responsibility to use it carefully. Good thing Damien is beating that insensitive bigot's ass. He's the true hero here.
Ah.
Oh hey, I got a secret ending! Most likely to get an anal pinch. Always be loud like love. So yeah, this... And that's the run. This game is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it...
These 2 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. You're the...
Oh, right. So I am. After the monster prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and what we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Polly graduated from doing lots of
Ayahuasca. And now she appears to hallucinating people and acts as their spirit animal.
Damien became an interior designer specializing in torture machines. Last month, Vogue magazine called his products the refined marriage between macabre and chic.
Vera built the Oberlin Empire into endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they're also into lots of sketchy businesses. But no one does anything about it. I mean, who the hell would try to stop Vera Oberlin?
For those 2 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended there. Might have ended then, but there are plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I love this.
This game is adorable.
This game is great, and this awful ending.
I mean, awful.
Look
at how cute that is!
Yeah. I mean, this song is just like, yeah, this is every, like, 90s and early aughts, like, team.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect. It's awful. Love that knife.
Even my polyfail had a different ending than Rob's.
Yeah, mine too. Oh, no, wait, I succeeded at Poly. I failed at Vera. The player characters.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So, there is a second term option that apparently gives different... oh, there's Slayer. I love her. Like, there was just one scene where it was, I sat down at the... yeah.
Stage prop.
But yeah, there was one lunch scene where I sat down at a table and it's like, you suddenly feel a sharp pain in your knee. As you look under the table, you see Slayer there, and she shouts, "Suck knee pain, like jerk ass." But yeah, it's just, she is, it seems like her gimmick is she tries to kill the individuals, she tries to kill the individuals of Monster High, and just fails miserably. Oh, I like this one. Did you check on your food?
Yeah, it's going to be about 15 minutes yet.
Okay.
7 new images in the gallery.
Oh, hot dog.
Go check out the gallery. Hand me my cup.
There's your early priced cup.
Endings.
Oh.
Can you not?
I think I need to, like... Yeah, I think I need multiple... Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is just easier to do with a full controller.
Oh, God. I mean, we have multiple full controllers.
No, we only have the one. Rob's gonna fight me. I think Rob's pulling out another controller like some kind of weeb.
I left my Pro controller at the house.
Oh, that is my thing yelling at me to take my Megason.
Alright, commercial time.
Commercial time.
We'll be back shortly.
Very shortly.
Like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, please. Are you using this without refilling it?
I'm not.
Actually, stop using this.
You should know better.
Huh?
You should know better.
Like, he's not using all of it,
Oh, okay, I see.
but then that means there's not enough for a cup.
Yep. Isn't Rob usually fighting you? Yes.
What?
Hillary asked if I was usually fighting you.
Why would we ever be fighting, John?
Good point.
This morning?
Did you spook him?
No. He was laughing.
I'm sorry. That is a very full gallon. Jeez.
Did you just remember to take your medicine? No. You're peeing. Okay.
Yeah. Internet keeps cutting out. Oh no. Hillary's
Oh.
internet keeps cutting out.
Well, that's rude.
So I would be down for playing another round of this, unless you want to like put on a Darkest Dungeon or try your hand at a Hades.
Was this silly? Was this exactly kind of thing I wanted?
Yeah. Let's do second term. Full game or short game?
Full game.
Yeah.
John. Go back to one for each. Don't hit anything until 2 controllers show up. Now
Your
you
2
can hit the
controllers.
button.
Ah, spooky high school, sweetest years of our lives.
Back
Back-
when,
Yeah, friends here we are. I'm gonna go with this cool dude. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with this lame idiot. What's his Oz? That's a great name.
I'm going back to blue. Her name.
No, her name is Vicky.
Victor Frankenstein.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. Oh hey, this is new. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates, not climates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who's compensated for his rather small brain with stupidly large heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. Sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
Poltergeist. 22? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire.
The artist must have had fun with this. Liam Delacroix.
This is Lion Court.
Lion Croy. A hipster vampire who's standoffish to meet her hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
Zoe, forever? An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewlett Packard.
I love him.
Volume or version 1.0. A library computer who'd become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest.
And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? Robot. We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. And even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh boy, time for more Teen Wolf. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should not spam through these things.
How would you talk a cop out of arresting you? Use your seduction skills, wink. They don't call it fuck the police for nothing. Should you not have taken a drink then?
Oh.
Use your acting skills. Convince the officer you're actually the police. You know what? Go for overkill and make them pay you a fine. Use your gaming skills. Everyone knows that a police officer has to drop any charges if you manage to beat them in a fair Yu-Gi-Oh card duel. Yeah.
If you could go back in time, what's one thing you'd tell your younger self? I'd tell myself not to teach that robot how to fall in love. As romantic as it might seem at the moment, it started the robot revolution of 2037. Way worse than the much more positive robot sexual revolution of 2043. Why should we assume silly younger me needs advice? I've grown up to have a fucking time machine, so I must have done something right. Fuck younger me. We're going straight to Woodstock, baby. I advised myself not to buy a time machine. Worst investment ever. They turned out to be the block booster of 2032.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm gonna go with that one too.
Okay, so Lame Idiot is who I played.
That tracks.
And let's see, Hillary is...
This is where Pretty Tentacle Lady is.
Yeah.
You find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Design your own personal zodiac sign. The ambiguous iguana.
The cute pup, the rich bitch.
Regal 1%.
The now canon lovers.
The happy-go-lucky ecstasy pill.
Oh, these are all real good. I'm going with the ambiguous iguana.
Yep. Damn it.
You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? His friendship. A rainbow that you can eat. For Shinji and Kawara to be canon. To feel truly alive. I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I can grant my own wishes. Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to 3 standard wishes. Oh, these are all stupid and dumb.
Do it.
Yeah, this one... that one sounds dumb.
Yeah. Oh. It's not who I thought that was going to be.
I figured it was going to be her because they mentioned she was the ultimate fangirl.
No, Damien.
Oh.
Yours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, hers was obvious. That's why I went for that one. I'm going to woo the cute tentacle girl.
Yeah. Tentacle prom. Promticles. That one's not a good word.
It's an Under the Sea theme.
All right.
Oh boy.
Like, you're just a shy nerd.
I am.
Go to the library, fucking nerd.
Fine. That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose negative 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain +2 money. You notice Liam and Damien talking to each other. Maybe you're a little jealous, so you decide to join them. Excuse me. Ugh, I know, right? The entire concept of slaying is barbaric. Radically motivated and deeply rooted in an abhorrent colonial mindset. And their outfits, black on red, it's like a bad cosplay of a fashion statement. I'm just pissed that they get such cool name. Such a cool name. Are those firecrack? Okay, no, those are Chinese lanterns. Okay. You know, if I murdered a dude, I'm just a killer. But if one of them murders one of us, they're a slayer. Slayer is a metal band. The Killers is just post-pop baby shit. There was a time when I would have hotly debated the genre classification of the Killers with you, but they're popular now, and so are obviously garbage. And the same goes for Slayers. Someone really ought to put an end to this archaic practice. You mean by murdering all the Slayers? We've tried that, Damien. We've been trying that for literal centuries. Now what we need is a new, innovative something. New initiative. My reading comprehension is terrible today. Particularly bad today. Something fresh, something modern, something like... Liam seems to be drawing a blank. But you're not. Your idea is simple yet effective. Murder all the Slayers. A massive PR campaign letting people know that every cool person in history was either a vampire or a demon. You know what? Yeah. Let's go PR campaign. This is stupid. You've had me at massive PR campaign. Then you lost me at cool person, but you got me back with history. Oh, I can't wait to educate the ignorant public. For example, did you know that Caligula and Jack the Ripper were the same vampire? Yeah, everyone knows that. But did you know Virginia Woolf was a demon? Ah, yes. The Roof of One's Own was originally titled A Doom of One's Own. Oh, we've got so much research to do. Come on, Damien, let's go to the library. Fuck! You've doomed Damien to his own personal hell, but Liam's on cloud 9. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm. Wow, I'm very smart. Okay, dweeb.
Costume is so adorable.
It's
That
great.
day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Oh.
Whoa, I'll get to woo voraciously through Rob. Or vicariously through Rob. Tentacle prom is a great word. Also, phrases I thought I'd never say.
No, promticles was the word that John was not happy with.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zoe seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. Tell me! Girl, where is your chill? I already told you like 1,000,000 times how I died. Yeah, but each time you told me something different. Tried to fuck a toaster, suffocated by good booty, gun salad. I've heard them all. But what's the truth, Polly? Huh? It's none of your business. No, but it is my hobby, and hobbies matter, Polly. Plus, the fans have a right to know. Fans have a right to leave me the hell alone. Secrets are sexy. Secrets are so sexy, then how come God invented online encyclopedia, TM? What? You're a god. You know that's not true. Now let me out of this binding circle. I've got haunted math next period. Sure, I'll let you out. If you tell me how you really died. Polly gives you a pleading look. Zoe gives you an excited look. As usual, it's up to you to figure out who to help. Polly's right. Secrets are sexy, and I'll prove it with my new espionage.
Espionage AU.
Oh, espionage. AU. Spooky highly classified. Spooky highly class. Okay. So you just know the truth, and if you tell it to her, Polly, I will give you a huge bag of cocaine. I'm gonna go with that one. Wow, so you wrote an entire espionage AU? Can I see? Of course you didn't actually write an entire espionage AU. Time to improvise. Reach in your backpack and pull out a manila folder sealed shut with electrical tape. You mean nipple tape? The sexiest kind of tape. But what's inside? I can't read it. Let me read it. Please let me read it. I want to read it. Reveal the content of the folder. Now more or less will turn your skin to blood, your both skin, fast, quivering, and amalgam in two. Oh jeez, I don't know what came over me just now. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You were just overwhelmed by all those sexy secrets. You're right, Polly. Learned a valuable lesson today. Fanfiction is like jazz. It's really about the formative character moments you don't reveal. Zoe runs off to write her new fanfic, Spooky High, leaving you and Polly to get utterly obliterated on Tide Pods. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. Hells yeah!
Okay. Everybody chooses a food. Apple.
Steak.
You're in control. Nowadays, they make flavored water because we guess people don't know how to spend their money anymore. Player order is decided on how expensive you think steak. Steak.
Right?
Jeez.
My food might be here.
Let's go.
Nope, not quite.
So who are you hanging with? Team Ghost or Team Tentacle?
Pull Team Geist. Or Team Tickles.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I don't want to deal with the werewolf. In a totally normal way, Liam happens to sit down at the same lunch table as the Coven. Suddenly, you hear a loud gasp from across the cafeteria. Every single one of Zoe's mouths is hanging open. You pull up a chair right as Zoe rushes over.
OMG!
What? Is that what I think it is? Liam and the Coven sitting together? Do I smell a 5th season revival? Drop it. And by the way, there are only 3 seasons. Fall, winter, and eternal contemplation of the void. Oh my god! This is totally the classic return to a lost ally to save the world once again. Or maybe there's still some fire between Liam and Joy? Do you know anything about boundaries?
She's an elder.
I need to make sure my food is...
Yep.
I got a text, like, just from the top.
You
Do you know anything about boundaries?
left the order outside your front door.
Because there's a good chance that they didn't leave it at our front door.
Yeah.
Not really. Listen, we're no longer allies, but that doesn't mean we can't sit at the same table or anything.
Yeah, dude.
Yay, it is literally just a lunch table. Just a flat piece of wood with 4 legs. It means nothing. Quick, use your boundless compassion and wisdom to mediate this minor dispute between your friends. It's exactly what someone would say if they were hiding a secret, double-crossing mid-season reveal alliance/romance. I think we're missing the real chemistry here. That lunch table is giving serious fuck-me eyes to the cafeteria floor.
The internet is officially dying. Have fun with the rest of your stream. Sorry, Hillary.
Oh no. Bye.
Bye.
Impressive.
Holy shit, you're right. Lunch table and cafeteria floor have some close contact going on right now. Well, stop it. I'm never going to fall for that. Take a bite of your sandwich and a drip of ghost mayonnaise hits the leg of the table. It slowly drips down to the floor. The floor and the table both look immensely satisfied. Okay, fine. I ship it.
Oh, the absolute
Zoe's described by
scrubbing.
the table explore hotness, which means she's no longer bugging Liam. He's silently contented. Nobody learned anything or grew at all as a person, but who cares? You're just here to hook up with sexy monsters and watch the cafeteria table and pregnant the floor. This thing is disturbing.
This game is great. Okay. Let me woo the robot. Vera is spending her lunch period scheming as usual. Calculester looks on in a mechanical approximation of dismay. Now, if I can get the poison into the next shipment of cafeteria food, the starving students will be forced to pay me inflated prices for my authentic food flakes. Vera, no. Do not do this. Why? Have you determined that it's unprofitable? No.
Pathetic.
Are you looking for a cut? Negative. Are you a RoboCop? You have to tell me if you're a RoboCop. I am not a law officer. What you are planning to do is wrong. Agree to disagree. Error. Cannot comply with internally contradictory instructions. Meltdown in a minute.
Uh-oh, this could get ugly. You need to chill Calculester out, or convince Vera to change her ways. Don't worry, Cal, Vera's just being helpful. Sure, the poison may kill some people, but those who survive would be more resistant to poison in the future or whatever. Calculester is right, Vera. I mean, did you even check to see if your poison is vegan-friendly? Oh my god, you're right. My go-to poison uses basilisk's blood as a base. It's good for routine political assassinations and killing people who disagree with me, but for a mass operation like this... The basilisk rights activists would be up in arms, and some of them have a lot of arms because they're octopi. Well, back to the drawing board. Looks like I have to find a plant-based poison to work with. Analysis. Friend is attempting an unethical plan, but on a longer time scale with animal-friendly ingredients. I accept this marginal improvement. Oz, you are technically a good person. Aw, he likes you, probably. Trade places. Everybody choose an object.
Microphone.
Lamp. You have been captured by the enemy during a war. You have information that could tip the balance in their favor and they know it. Player order is decided based on how disturbed and afraid would you be if you were confined in a room with a man that assured you he would make you talk using the help of said object. Huh. I feel like a lamp is pretty straightforward. And I feel like I'd be pretty concerned if I was being interrogated with just a microphone.
I mean, but one would assume a microphone when being interrogated. You have to record whatever you say.
I don't know.
A lamp?
Yeah, but he said he will make you talk only with the help of said object.
I mean, both of those things are very common in interrogations.
Yeah.
Also, I would rather have one of those shoved in places that I don't like than on the other. I would definitely rather not be the lamp.
Okay, so you're saying the microphone is
I'm
the lesser
arguing
of
for
two
you,
evils.
and you're arguing for me.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I'll take it.
All right.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's go to the auditorium. I got some monies.
Hey, stranger.
Oh, you missed me in my shit, huh? Worry no more. All this shit can be yours if you have the money. Not me, though. Oh boy. Okay, we got a couple of event items. So we have Dragon Erotica. We have a sheet with two eye holes in it. I've done both of those and they're pretty great. But I'm gonna pick the corpse because I haven't picked this one before. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It's not as if I'm trying to dispose of it.
Thank you.
Nothing better than the smell of money. Well, actually there are many better smells, but you know what I mean, right?
Let's go.
Let's go to the gym. I don't think either of us have done the gym.
We have not.
Which tracks. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Hell yeah!
Very charming.
Not what I was expecting to gain here. Later that night, you're out bar hopping with the two hippest monsters you know, Liam and Polly. The evening comes to a grinding halt when you're denied admission to Club, thus named for the giant club carried by the bouncer, who is currently denying you entry. How unsatisfactory. My modus operandi is to be the instigator of exclusivity, not the victim of it. Don't worry, I got this. Hey there, handsome. Interested in some hot ghoul-on-ghoul action? The bouncer snorts. I can see right through you, Casperina. Move along. What does that douchebag think he is? Keeping us out of the club like it's his job or something. Well, Polly and Liam look to you expectantly. Now is your chance to save the night.
Save the night.
Decide a revolution, the proletariat will own the means of inebriation. Naked party!
Naked party.
You take off your shirt and begin swinging it above your head, making siren noises like a sexy ambulance. Immediately, crowd's attention is captivated. You dance the dance of the uninhibited, moving with the grace and elegance of a coked-up giraffe. The crowd follows your lead. Ghosts and ghouls alike slip out of their skirts and skinny jeans. Mummies unravel their bandages. Ugh. When the people inside Club see what they're missing, they flood to join you in your naked rave. In the morning, over an epic hangover breakfast, you reminisce about last night's triumphs. What a surprisingly pleasant turn of events, and a rare opportunity to work on my moon tan. I think my favorite part was when we literally fucked the police. Best night ever! Yeah, it was. You sure showed everyone the power of self-confidence, team spirit, and giving no fucks. You gained +2 boldness and +1 fun.
Oh no.
Again? Okay.
All right.
You were having a quiet evening with the coconut in a totally not human flesh flavored smoothie when Polly phases in. Again? Sup, Oz? You planning on coming to my death day party? It's gonna be lit. It's gonna have all kinds of reminders of the way I died. Guillotines, quicksand, alligators, and blah. And all the food will be poisoned, of course. Wait, what? How exactly did this girl die again?
I don't
You-
know.
You know, I've been thinking about it, and I'm really into the idea of sharing my afterlife with a fellow ghost, you know? Think of all the cute ghost dates we can go on. Going to haunted houses on Halloween and actually haunting them. Walking through walls to get where we want to go. Appearing in turns to perspective and appearing in turns to reveal perspective and truth to greedy old misers who don't appreciate the holidays. You know, all that classic ghost stuff. But I also kind of wouldn't hate dating Vicky. So I guess my question to you is, when do you think her death day party will be? Brain no good work now. Like, will she become a ghost soonish at least? I'm not super patient, but I do think she parties down and could party even further down as a ghost. Vicky, that reckless bastard eats gluten! Gluten, I tell you! She'll be dead by noon, probably. Vicky is going to be around a long, long time, trust me. She already has a place reserved in a retirement community and has taken up bingo and become an expert knitter. Game over. I mean, game not over. Not for a long time. She's going to die in an old, old monster.
I mean, this is your choice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wingman me again, or you're not?
Let's see.
Don't be random, you ass.
Fine. You eat gluten. You're a monster.
Yeah, I do.
Gluten? Ha! I knew Vicky lived a life on the wild side. Which will hopefully take her right to an early grave. Hopefully. Ideally, the grave right next to mine. And we can party for all eternity and make random eeeeet noises on sound recordings. Like this. Eeeeet. If you decide to die anytime soon, you're welcome to come to our ghost raves. They're gonna be ghastly. Well, you're not really sure how Vicky is gonna feel about how excited you all are by her impending death, but hopefully she'll be psyched that it'll be a death approved by and eagerly awaited by Polly. Oh man, how awkward is it going to be if Vicky is actually in love with Scott, and now you're all psyched to her dying for nothing like a psychopath. You gain +3 fun for sending Vicky to an early, awesome grave.
Huh.
Left big toe.
This is a very specific part.
It is.
Based on this game, I'm gonna go with penis.
Okay. Decided based on how plausible it would be that 15 years from now, thanks to incredible tech and scientific progress, couples interchange that part of their bodies. Yeah, you won this one.
Game the game.
Game the game.
Let's go.
Oh,
I'm up.
oh, okay.
Don't lean back too far.
Okay. I'll scoot forward and lean back.
That should work. I have like no monies.
Dang.
That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs, managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice! You gain plus 10,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you keep only plus 2 money. Boo. You're just getting ready to leave when you get a text from Polly. Hey, BB, let's party. How can you refuse such a formal missive? You track her down immediately. You got my text? That's good, because I need some help brainstorming. I'm going to a party tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be lame, and that needs to change. See, it's a costume party. You know, where everyone dresses up as their favorite humans? We're going as a sexy tax attorney. But I'm not sure that even the sexiest tax attorney can rescue this party from the depths of lamitude. So, got any ideas to help spice things up? Well, you got some ideas, and they're the spiciest. Like the punch with Mandrake Root turns monsters into actual humans? That was a sexy tax invader.
I feel like the correct answer for this drug ghost is spiking the punch.
Yeah. Later that night at the party. Oh, this is nuts! Look at all these humans in human costumes. Georgina the party owlbear totally just turned into a sumo wrestler. And Larry the Lich looks exactly like former United States President Abraham Lincoln. Larry doesn't just look like Lincoln, he is Lincoln. He has all of Lincoln's memories up to the moment of his death. Oh no. Every newly transformed human at the party comes complete with a full lifetime of memories. Childhood, family, friends. They have no recollection of their lives as a monster, currently going insane from the cognitive distance. Manny the Manicore just turned into a retired cop who is screaming for his estranged wife and 2 sons. Pranked! In about 4 hours, all these newly created people revert to their previous forms, essentially murdering these new identities. Lol. In the meantime, you and Polly have a great time scaring the shit out of actual humans and streaming it online. You gain plus 2 creativity and plus 1 fun. Yeah!
Yeah! Oh boy. You know, I'm gonna go to the auditorium. I don't know what this idiot's outfit looks like. Oh my god, I love him.
Exactly what you would wear.
Yeah. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you totally forget your lines. It's terrible. But you don't let that get you down. You start improvising all of your lines. And it's marvelous! Somehow it enhances the pathos of the play in unexpected ways, and that's saying something since half of your improvisation is a rap battle against your inner fears. You gain plus 2 creativity. Aw, I'm very fun. While doing all that, you've been carrying your newly acquired corpse as if it was totally a normal thing to do. But some people seem to think otherwise. Oh boy. Oh no, it's the 4 most hateful people in school. Why are you carrying a corpse, idiot? What a shameful display of distaste. Yeah, what a noob. Carrying around corpses is for noobs. Oh, corpse! I love corpses! Also, I'm super drunk. Okay, the 3 most hateful people in school and Polly. As the school's social elite, we disapprove of this. I'm the head of the hierarchy, and I can't condone such stupidity under our domain. I'm the taste of the hierarchy, and I don't appreciate such puerile use of a corpse. Also, a lesser-known fact about corpses, they smell. I'm the fist of the hierarchy, and I want to punch you because punching people is what I do. I'm Polly, and I'm also, like, super drunk, so whatever Vera says. Yikes. Despite your disregard for stupid social conventions and school hierarchies, you feel the urge to please them. Maybe because that's what this game is about. When you bought this corpse, Valerie totally told you it was a fashion accessory, and that she was absolutely not trying to dispose of a body. But now you're starting to feel she might have fooled you. No time to lose! How can you convince them the corpse is actually a very hot fashion accessory? Trivia fact about fashion accessories, most of them are worn on your head. Quick, put the corpse on your head. Shallow social creatures respond only to status. Rip the brand logo off the most high-end accessory you own and put it on the corpse. Oh. Okay, I got 10 smart, so obviously this is the smart plan. Oh no. You quickly rip the logo off another piece of clothing you had with you and put it on the corpse. Wait, look, the corpse is actually a Burger Queen? Damn, you're so poor your best piece of clothing is actually the paper bag fast food chain you sometimes use as a hat. So you're going to eat this corpse? Disgusting. Fast food companies, am I right? They're always finding new lows. Give me that. Damien takes your corpse and bites its arm. He chews for a while. Nah, you're completely right, it's disgusting. No seasoning and super dry. I bet it's not even gluten-free. So immoral. I've always suspected Oz was into fast food and necrophagia. You have poor eating habits written all over your face. Still drunk. And so they leave And so they leave alone with your corpse. Let's see. This is the worst day ever. Also, Damien was right. The corpse is kind of under-seasoned and dry. I lose 2 fun and 1 charm.
Oof.
Oh, my charm's not high. Everybody choose a brand. Nike.
I hate you so much. Privateer Press.
Okay. Player orders decided based on how weird it would be if selected brand paid for product placement in the Game of Thrones. Start debating now. Oh.
Nike.
Nike.
Privateer Press makes mini, like, they're
Yeah.
the company that makes Montauk.
Yeah,
Which-
they would that would actually be a pretty solid, like, product placement type deal. Nike, on the other hand, I'm just thinking of the Mountain or whoever just running through the scene with big old kicks on. Should I lock you out of the 2?
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna keep trying to woo this robot. You approach Scott and Calculester, sitting at the same table, conveniently located near a power outlet. Calculester is charging. Scott is confused. What do you mean you don't eat, bro? If you don't eat, how are you ever gonna get swole? Premise invalid. I am a robot. Robots do not get swole. Swelling in robots is always an extremely bad sign. No eating? No getting swole? How do you live, bro? Technically, I do not live. It is one of my greatest sources of sadness.
Oh.
Oh, don't be sad, buddy. I know what'll cheer you up. Some pizza. Pizza always cheers me up. Invalid suggestion. Pizza is a food, which I do not eat. I am not designed to consume organic material. Only electricity. But... You're actually pretty worried that Scott's head is going to explode, and then you're going to have to clean it up. Better find a way to satisfy his curiosity. Scott, electricity is the coolest and most energetic thing to eat. Have you ever tried to eat lightning? Calculester, when you say, I'm not designed to consume organic material, all I hear is that you're not trying hard enough. You know, I want to see the werewolf eat a lightning bolt.
Right.
Lightning? That loud, bright thing that comes out of the sky? I hate lightning! Negative, Scott. The loud thing is called thunder. Oh, what's lightning then? The bright thing that comes out of the sky, but without the noise.
Great.
Oh, wow. Noise-free lightning. Just like the fat-free protein shake. It sounds so energetic. I'll go eat some right now. Please do not. But it's too late. Scott is already running around outside with his mouth open, staring at the sky. Good thing it's not raining or anything. Now you get to enjoy some alone time with Calculester.
Let's go.
Hello, ladies. Sit down with Zoe and Polly. Zoe is slurping sanity out of a Tupperware container with several of her mouths, and Polly isn't eating anything at all. I feel a little uncool for being the only one at this table eating normal food.
Hey.
Speaking of eating food, oh yeah, Vicky, I can read your thoughts. Sorry. Why are you even here, Polly? Why are any of us here, Zoe? The universe is vast and full of mysteries. No, come on. I mean, why are you here in the cafeteria? I mean, Miranda comes here to supervise her eating serfs, and Liam comes here because she presumably feeds on food pics. But you don't feed on anything at all. So why are you here? Why aren't you out doing drugs or getting laid or something? Well, because it seems like Polly might be on the verge of an existential crisis. Those are really serious for ghosts. Save her. Because, fuck it, she can do what she wants. Oh, which one do I want to impress?
Oh, that's what you get for both of your waifus being at the same lunch table.
Heck yeah, you just said my 2 favorite words. Fuck and it? No, fuck it and she can do what she wants. I mean, like, I also go to the gym even though I don't have a physical body. Why do you do that? To look at nice butts. And there are butts here in the cafeteria too. So there's your answer. So your answer is that you come to the cafeteria to look at butts? I go everywhere to look at butts, Zoe, and I'm proud of that fact. You catch Polly looking at your butt for a minute. That's a good sign. Legend of Zelda.
Bastard! Call of Duty. I believe that's you.
Play order decided based on how difficult it would be to teach a person from ancient Sumeria, that's life only for this purpose, how to play this video game until they become a pro gamer.
I'm going to
Is
say...
it the more difficult one goes first?
yeah.
Okay. I think it'd be Call of Duty, mostly because then you also have to teach them the concept of guns.
Yeah, guns and modern warfare, and you did not select me.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I've yet to hit the robot in the wild, so let's try the classroom. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. Woo! Scott strolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him. A bald.
No robot.
I'm very upset. What on earth are you eating, Scott? This delicious new flavor of Fangel's potato chips. Maximum Ultimate Double Barbecue Massacre. Really? Because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Could have sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty though.
He's so dumb.
Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton environmental destruction sound tasty to you? I don't know. Is that a kind of jerky? No, Scott! Do you not don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fangles & Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year? But what do they do with the bodies of the goats? Nothing! It's horrendously wasteful practice. Oh no! All those poor headless goat bodies! Running around and bumping into things, we have to stop them! Wait, really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty. Didn't actually have a plan of action. But if someone were to suggest one... Assemble an army of vengeful undead ghost torsos. Write an extremely mean blog post. Yeah, ghost torsos. Let's go.
Goat torsos.
Ah, yes, necromancy, the ultimate tool in the protester's arsenal. Oh, can I ride a goat? Can I? Huh? Of course you can ride a goat. In fact, given your size, you'll probably need to ride several. What's a several? Is it a really big goat? No time to explain basic concepts. Scott, we've got an invasion to orchestrate. As long as you're reanimating things, you reanimate some severed goat heads too. They'll eat anything, which totally helps you clear your room. You gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts. I am so smart.
Yeah,
Jesus. You got 7 money. You can head to the bathroom.
I spent some of the libraries playing some good online poker. It seems stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. +2 money.
Dang. You are loaded.
On your way out, you spot Polly still wearing the lab coat she stole from that human party the other night. Takes it off and throws it at you to get your attention. Yo! Yo, yo, yo! That human party convinced me I want to be a scientist, but not just any kind. A party scientist. What's a party scientist, you ask? Why, just a scientist dedicated to discovering the secret to the raddest party. Through a series of extremely scientific experiments, I aim to discover what exactly makes a party good. So I can distill whatever it is into a vial and drink it. Or, just have really dope parties all the time. Anyway, I'm going to a bar mitzvah tonight. I need your scientific advice. What can we do to push this party over the edge? Later that night. Look at him dance! I don't know why I never thought of this before. It's just basic science. Lightning gives life to Frankenstein. A Frankenstein is a stitched together mess of sexy flailing limbs, which is also what a party is. Lightning is the life of the party. What's that? You want to know who the bar mitzvah boy is? I don't know any of these kids. Crash, bar mitzvah is the height of party culture. You have so much fun, you forget to tell Polly she should have said Frankenstein's monster. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. I am so fun.
You are the funnest. You are funner than I am smart.
No, I think we're about the same. Oz.
Oh, hey!
Let's go.
You were grooming yourself in your bathroom when suddenly Liam reveals himself in your shower. How long has he been in there? Don't vampires need to be invited into houses or something? So many questions. Ah, Vicky, I noticed you in class the other day admiring my collection of slightly used vintage bottle cap sex toys. Is that what those were? Like, admiring was a strong word before, but now. I'm sure you noticed that I've had many strange and amazing hobbies such that the average civilian could never hope to take on for sheer lack of creative talent. Trading fine insect legs, bottling peak toxic waste to turn into fine wines, generally being a part of a dim culture. Do it myself, obviously. Truly, one of the greatest joys of embarking on a great romance is getting to share your obscure hobbies with with one another. And I have been giving some thought to embarking on one such great romance with Oz.
Ugh.
Tell me, what of his hobbies? Will he have some great knowledge to share with me? Did you not know Oz is the founder and head editor of Exotic Aquatics, the guide to breeding rare fish for agility competitions? Sure, if you like bingo. Exotic Aquatics? Why, I read that every month. He guided my prized turquoise tang, Trixie, through a tunnel maze based on those teachings. No idea that it was Oz who was responsible for that. Truly, I cannot wait to hear more about his exotic aquatic prowess. Perhaps at prom? Man, you sure hope that Oz actually knows shit about fish. He says so many ridiculous things a day you cannot for the life of you keep track of which are which are lies. You'll be keeping your fingers and fins crossed for him. Meanwhile, you gain +3 creativity. Hell yeah!
Oh, amazing.
Fictional character.
Roger Rabbit.
Zelda. Play orders decided based on how weird yet amusing it would be to receive oral sex from said fictional
Arousing. Why did I get first place on that? I said Roger Rabbit.
Oh, weird.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. You know what? Fine. Sweet rave party. Let's see if the robot's out here. Start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. 300 people. Summons demons from Nightmare. Game +2 fun.
Hey, you're almost as fun as I
Dang.
am.
You're casually reading the latest issue of Monsters magazine when you are rudely interrupted. See, even Oz is a sensible monster with a good head on his shoulders, and at least some smarts. Reading Monster magazine. Yeah, and that's bad, because we're warriors, so we need to fight. I love Scott. Such an idiot. Scott takes the magazine from you and punches it. Hooray! Let's go solve another of the world's major problems. No, Scott, we're social justice warriors. You see, Oz, ever since our major success with the Fangles goat head debacle, we've taken it upon ourselves to stand up against injustice. By punching magazines! No, Scott. As you no doubt noticed, Monster Magazine's sexiest monsters alive this year is Count Victor von Musselbond. The Werewolf Prince bodybuilder. That makes him the 5th Royal Werewolf bodybuilder in a row to earn the title. What about those of us with lean physiques? What of our representation? So now we're endeavoring to get Monster Magazine to name someone from a more marginalized community as their sexiest creature alive. We just need to figure out a way to convince them, since I guess punching the magazine wasn't good enough. Psst, that's easy. All you need to do to solve everyone's body image issues forever is make your own version of the magazine featuring a 3-winged chupacabra on the cover. Lean heavily into the warrior part. Store Monster Magazine and hold the editor-in-chief captive until he promises to stop exclusively promoting one aesthetic as the pinnacle of monster sexiness. I kind of like the just holding someone hostage.
Yeah, it tracks.
not so bold. Oh yeah, good plan. I love being a warrior. I'll admit it does sound like an attention-grabbing demonstration, if nothing else. Hot diggity dog. With that, you're off to storm the Monster Magazine headquarters. Using the element of surprise. Your second favorite element right after nitrogen.
Your reading tonight is...
It's gone south. Your plan is to overpower Monster Magazine security and march straight into the editor-in-chief's office. But unfortunately, you're just a bunch of high schoolers. And even a talented high school athlete like Scott is still a high schooler, and therefore no match for a highly trained security detail of professional bodyguards. You get your asses totally handed to you. I don't feel like a warrior. And this is not justice. It sure isn't. Good job, Oz. You destroyed society. You destroyed society, justice, and warriors. You lost 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh no.
You were the least charming.
So not charming. I wonder if it's possible to get into the negatives in this game.
That day you spent some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins.
I love this picture.
It's supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain plus 2 bitcoins, which is equal to plus $2 million. Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus 2 money. Boom.
You are loaded.
You notice Polly at the computer next to you whispering into one of the speakers. Let me into the deep web, please. I don't know the secret password or whatever, but I swear I'm cool. I just want to buy crazy drugs and do fun crimes. I totally use my computer camera to look down my shirt. Come on, just let me in. It's not working. I've been trying to get onto the deep web all day, but it must think I'm a cop or something. How am I supposed to even do this? There's not even a bouncer I can flirt with. Deep web because you need to bury your computer in an ancient crypt in order to access it. The password is blueberry. Ah, damn it. Newling closed the speaker. Polly was whispering into. Your lips close to hers and say blueberry. Your computer grows eyes. The keyboard sharp teeth and attacks your face. Blueberry was the old password, you idiot. The new password is sandalwood. What is even happening? Is that computer eating your face? Is this real life? What's that? You want me to help you? Like, I would, but this is way too funny. Let's see if you forget to read the latest issue of Deep Web Passwords Monthly. Use 2 fun and 1 smarts. No! Not my fun.
Oh, how the turntables.
Chooses a TV show.
Everyone loves Raymond.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Play orders decided based on how funny and wrong it would be if the anthropologists from 500 years in the future had to guess how life was nowadays based solely on watching this TV show.
Yeah? Yeah, we might have to random this. Fair enough.
Aha, Brooklyn Nine-Nine wins.
Yeah. As well it should.
Let's go.
No!
I'm gonna have lunch with the cat.
Hey, stranger.
Shouldn't be you out there trying to convince a classmate or something. Anyway, welcome. Oh.
You can buy the penguin mask.
No one gift needs given.
See you later.
Oh my
Holy!
god!
You're so horrible, you have no friends, you can always make your own.
You're not bold at all, but Jesus, are you creative. Alright, cool person table. Oh, there's no way this could end well. You like sitting with Calculester and Polly at lunch because neither of them eat, so you've got plenty of space on the table for all your minifigs. Suddenly, Polly grabs Calculester's arm and points excitedly at the vending machine in the corner. Oh my god. Calculester, dude, don't look now, but that vending machine is totally checking you out. Impossible. Vendronica and I have a purely platonic relationship. No way, dude. Take a look at her insides. No drinks. Dude, she's thirsty.
Oh my god, that is the dumbest, best joke ever!
I feel like half of this game was written at like 5 a.m. For drinks.
After a bender.
Oh, yeah. For your shiny metal ass. Current status. Highly uncomfortable with this topic of conversation.
Oh no.
This sounds like just the kind of thing that's none of your business. Time to interfere. Wow, Polly. So just because the vending machine is a machine, you assume she has feelings for another machine. That's pretty racist. But Calculaster, have you actually told Vendronica that you only want to be friends? Or is it time for a DTR? Yeah. I did not know that you were a mechanist. Friend Polly, this is disappointing. Did you know that Vendoronica's last partner was a slippery elm tree? Before that, she dated a bottle of cream soda. These stereotypes are harmful to all robot kind, Polly. And you are not being very robo-kind.
Huh?
What? No! But some of my best friends are robots! One of my best friends is a robot? One of my friends is a robot, please? Calculator allows Polly to remain friends with him, for now. But only because he likes friendship, on the condition that she checks her worldviews a bit. He seems to like you more based on your robo-sensibilities.
You may successfully woo the robot over lunch.
Yeah,
Everybody choose something cool. John.
ice.
This is based on how crazy it would be if 100 years from now the selected thing became the new world's currency.
I think you won this one. Yeah, me being the...
Currency?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Let's go.
What do you do on your last day of school?
You're especially good or inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. Oh.
Oh,
Afterwards, while
golly
taking
gee,
your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in the discussion. You hit through music. You start singing, and suddenly everybody just joins you. Kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2
oh my
creativity.
god! Your creativity is so...
None of that matters. You'd like to meet Polly for more party experiments. Alright, our research is progressing well so far, but we've got a very limited sample size. I need to know that we can make any party the best, not just some parties. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna crash a funeral. If we can make that fun, we can make anything fun. It's brainstorm time. How can we put the fun back in funeral? Excuse me, how can we put the fun back in funeral?
Oh my god.
Possess the body of the deceased, bringing him back for one last party. Bouncy castle! Possessing the body. Oh, one horrific funeral. Oh, my fun went way down. An exorcist? What the hell was that? You'd think they'd be happy to see their dead friend up and dancing around. Corpse police? Try to remind her that the regular police are the corpse police, but she's not listening. Maybe there's no secret to the ultimate party. Maybe people are just lame. That sucks. I'm gonna join a convent and spend eternity scaring the shit out of nuns. That doesn't make it 10 feet before she forgets about the convent and finds some new drugs. So it's all about you. You lose -2 boldness and -1 charm. Oof.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
my boldness is negative.
Oh, hey, you can't get into the negative. You know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Maybe I'll find the robot in the bathroom. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. 0 shit and +2 boldness.
No.
My boldness is... My charm is so bad.
That was your money.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, there was a robot in the bathroom! A few minutes later, Calculaster approaches you. You can tell he's nervous because all his fans are running at maximum speed. Hello, friend Oz. My calculations indicate that I possess greater than average amorous feelings in relation to you. I am considering upgrading our relationship to more than friends. However, quantitative analysis of relevant data pulls indicates...
Do you need to reread this one?
Jesus, no. A disturbing trend. If a potential love interest cannot get along with their partner's parents, relationship success probability drops to 0.006%. I have what you organics would call a good relationship with the library computers that function as my parental units. Would you like to meet them and receive their blessing? Since you are such a kind, upstanding individual, this should not be an issue. Oh fuck. Neither of these objectives accurately describe you. More accurate would be horny and horny. Well, looks like you gotta concoct a brilliant plan to woo Calculustor's parents. Offer to defragment their hard drives for them. Isn't that like a head massage for computers? Learn binary so you can converse with them in their native tongue. Both of these sound awful.
I would go with the learn binary since smarts.
Yeah, I am pretty smart. What?
Oh.
That's charm. You pick up a copy of binary for... yeah, and get to studying. You don't have very much time to practice, though, so you're nowhere near fluent when you meet Cal's parents. Greetings, you say to them. Yeah. What's taking you so long? Calculustor's dad says. Calculustor's dad. What, you don't like numbers or something? Frankly, I'm offended you would assume we use binary, says Calculustor's mom. Our native language is Italian. Oh no. Also, I am not sure if you're aware of what you were saying. Yeah, I thought. But you were essentially screaming penis at my family. This happens every time you try to meet someone's parents. Every time. You lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. No.
My charm's still higher than my boldness.
It is.
Creativity, huh? Do I go for Polly or do I... I'm gonna go with Zoe.
Hey,
Yeah, you might get creativity. Let me smooch the robot.
My name is Calculus.
let's go.
Polly, pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
You're for real.
Well, that's very flattering. But I could never date you. You see, my favorite secret ship has been Vicky X a bowl of cereal. Don't get me wrong, you're funny and sort of sexy, but what kind of person would I be if I destroyed my favorite ship ever? A monster, but like the bad kind.
Hard pass. Oh boy.
Damn it. Such a process of growing up in your life. You became fixated on it and you never became a functional adult. You're just an old person that sits at parks and talks to strangers about the time you almost got a date to the monster prom. This is as weird as it sounds.
Alright.
Oh boy. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to monster prom with you. I must admit that I feel attracted to your stats as a person, which I have quantified numerically. I love his outfit.
Ooh.
Also, you have achieved many love points, which is the measure I have created to compute my interest in you. You did this by choosing successful options in the situations we've shared during the last weeks. So affirmative. Let's engage in a prom scenario together. Heart emoji.
You've updated me to love.
You and Calculustor danced the robot dance and even the robot boogie. You were smooth and classy. Calculustor wanted to explore life. And hell yeah, you explored life. Lester, when the night was ending and the sun started to rise, later, you two went to your place. There you followed the wise advice you learned from Evangelion. As Gendo Ikari once said, Shinji, get in the fucking robot.
How much did you pay for this game?
Like $4.
Oh my god, that was so worth it.
Yeah. Most anime eyes. Always stay true to yourself. So yeah, this game's fun.
Yeah. It's only 7:30.
Yeah. You know, let's pop in Darkest Dungeon.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know if second semester has any like bonus
The
things.
most epic and absurd weeks of our lives.
Who is that dude? I want to date him.
You're in control.
Oh, so yeah.
Monster prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, learning about who we were, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Like it always was. Calculustor led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay.
Yeah.
Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots, because they were rude robo-racists. Everything ended up just fine because Calculaster traveled back in time and took care of it. To the obscene amount of fan art she drew, Zoe was taken by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into lots of weird stuff, too. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy. Because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the
Mer Kingdom.
Kingdom. Those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then was gone, just like that. Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. Once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Puka-chan.
See if there's any more dumb photos.
Yeah.
Huh? Paul and Calculaster.
But yeah, I feel like this was just a fun game for these people to have worked on. Because, like, the writing staff must have been blasted for a good chunk of it. And the art's just fantastic.
Yeah. I feel like some of the winter outfits were used because the artist wanted drawing like possible outfits of everything, and then the game ended up being just, you know, a few weeks, and was like, you're using these anyways.
Yeah. Brain juice.
Who's the Blue Oni?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. Yeah, I haven't seen her. The plant guy. There's a Kappa in here. Yeah, there's just a lot of characters I haven't seen, and yeah, I don't know if that's like you unlock more characters as you play or what's going on. So yeah, there was the secret ending where Damien just beat the shit out of me. So I'm wondering if there's somehow a secret ending where you get to hang out with
Drunk on life's beauties.
where you go to prom with friggin' Black Market Cat. Okay. Oh, alright. The shop now has
Paper map? So vintage. Okay. Look, 9 new images in the gallery.
hot dog. Ah. I love that they just use blue for just placeholder character.
Yeah.
Get to see her getting dumped by multiple people.
Fuck you.
Okay, I'm going to hit the 1 minute ad break, and then we'll be back with Darkest Dungeon.
Only 1 minute?
Yeah, it shouldn't take me too long.
Okay.
We're basically just throwing your Switch on there and activating the Pro
Oh,
controller.
we're going into one of mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Assuming I have my Switch here.
Hey. Okay. Okay. did not put the Pro controller in the seat. Especially since that was my birthday gift to me.
John,
Guten Tag, friend.
are you still streaming?
Yeah. Do you need something, buddy? What you need?
Gotta go to that thing.
Oh, that thing's ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, do I have to be entertaining by myself?
Yes. Yes, you do. We gotta go pick up drugs. I know your darkest dungeon looked just tanked.
Son of a bitch.
What you looking for?
Sprite.
Split. There is no split.
Yes, that is the point.
It's unfortunate that there is no split.
You're going to a Walgreens, correct?
That
You're
is,
going to go through the drive-thru.
that is also probably true. Do need my wallet for driving raisins. And phone for memeing right now. No, it tastes like my butt.
Feed it to Julia then.
No, gross.
You're gross.
Not as gross as you, Lord.
Ruin has come to our family.
You live here. You pay rent. Do whatever the heck you want.
Is it okay if I have a friend come visit?
Julian's throwing a party.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Oh boy, let's see how terrible this is. Also, I can turn this way the crap down now.
Forgot my mask.
Oh. Do you need a mask if you're going through the drive-thru? Also, if you're not going through the drive-thru, can you get Sprite?
Oh, poor baby.
What'd he do?
He threw up.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Okay.
Sin is not in being outmatched, but in failing to recognize it.
Run away.
You will endure this loss and learn from it.
Well, I gained money, so. Ew. Torture. Oh, that's not great. Oh, so I've been playing this since Thanksgiving. Bar is locked. Gambling hall costs minus. Oh. Those most vocal concerning the current death of spirits and mead are the same patrons as unrestrained exuberance the night before exhausted the supply. Oh, empty kegs. Pleasures and refuse to leave the brothel yet. But you son of a bitch. More out of a night of debauchery than memories. Only new disease, syphilis. Great. The bar is locked. Rook and Albert could not finish exploring the warrens. Daling Gridge and Hatchet met their final fate during the quest. Alright. Well. Let's go to the sanitarium. Oh wow, we have two? Leon, are you okay? Leon. They'll be back soon. Get rid of this gray rot. Gray rot or what? You okay? Hey, Leon. Alright. Yeah, we'll get rid of the lethargy. It's not a rash. Get rid of syphilis. Ugh, syphilis is bad. That makes sense. Alright, so... Stress. Who's the most stressed? Oh. Wow. Do you get anything? Our tinker. Oh, cool. Daredevil. Platoon. Okay, warrior white. The yips. Sickly. Cool. We equip everything. Back into the tavern. I don't have any enough portraits to upgrade anything. Auber is gonna go gambling. And Auber's the only one that actually needs to. That's you. Level. Much level 3s, and I have some level 2s. Oh, I should see. Ooh. Do I still have a shield breaker, or did I lose my shield breaker? I think I lost my shield breaker recently. Yep. So definitely a new shield breaker. The antiquarian is weird, and I don't like them. It's a musketeer. Do. I do have a great robber. We could use another decent healer.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Wait on that. The nomad wagon. Wow. Holiness. Luther string. Damage stone. Percent stress. What is percent type of resist? Well, stress is good. Wounding helmet. There's the damage melee skills. Yeah. Alright, well. I guess we see. Square here in close spaces. Okay. Sickly. I think those are both pretty good. My phone will go buzz. Let's see. Oh God. Oh my God. So Twilight Dreamer is probably good. had enlightened. Oh, only medicine. No, get rid of that. Care. Let's dipsomania. No, okay. Tactician, spiritual. Oh, hey, bonuses for the healing. If I ever get another Vestal. Oh, Vestal died. She was so good. Backtracker. Eh. How many? Melee. He has one ranged attack that I don't use all often. It's really good. I want to get rid of that at some point. Don't understand what any of those do. Beast Hater, second one. Man, for money. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of that right away. Should have done that earlier. Oh well. Let's see. Do I have enough to do any of these currently? I do. I can do the performance hall. 10% stress, plus 2 speed, finale, plus 20% damage, and gestures. That could be fun. I think I'd rather upgrade other things right now, though. Let's start with figuring out where we're going. One brigand 8-pounder. Oh, hey. Alright. 3 corrupted altars. Silence in the crypts. Which one? Zio. This is Zio. Huh. It's Rampart Shield now. This. Farmstead. Oh, we do actually have a reasonable team for this. let's see. Yep, start here. Oh boy. Back to town. To guild. Can I upgrade anything in the guild? I cannot. Oh, okay. Yeah, we upgrade the heal. Ugh, gross. Upgrade the two things that I actually use. You do have a heal? Thrown dagger. Pick to the face. Flashing daggers. Yeah, okay. I think I need to pull out the heal here. Holy Lance. Forward one. Two blocks. Yeah, that's actually decent. And I can't afford to upgrade anything here. Oh, hey, I can slots. This increases the recovery. Actually, think I just hold on to everything. That's no fun. Yeah. Class. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's just pure positive. Plus 10% prot. Yeah. Minus 1% stress. Plus minus 20% stress is really good. Ugh. Barristan's head. 20% fraud plus 29. Received. Minus 5 accuracy. Fraud plus 50% max HP. Minus 50% plus 10% stress. Yeah, I think we actually got that. You get the weird things. Says plus 50% max HP. Bop. plus 4 speed, plus 25 debuff, or plus 25% prot. Yeah. You get this. So advantage, plus 10 accuracy melee skills, plus 5 dodge. Oh, that's just pure upside. Yeah, okay. I only have 2,500. What can I sell off? I could just sell off this thing, because, yeah. That hopefully is enough. Nope, don't need an extra space taken. Yep, that'll work. Embark. Oh, this is gonna suck.
By their nature oppression, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square. The smell of sulfur
boy, how
and
terribly is this gonna
gunpowder
go?
hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
Yep. Oh, good. We'll take it on the way back around.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
No, why? Why must you do this? Oof. Hells yeah. That's fine. Haha. Oh, good. That's. Oh no. I don't want to bleed. You. Haha. Aha. Oh. Okay. What's the matter, Leon? Yeah. Like you. Dang. That actually per chunk of damage. Oh.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
There we go. Yes, eat more life.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
But yeah, it's definitely
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
good. How? No. I want to restore the default. How do I restore the default? Great. Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. I think. I hate this. I hate this so much. Shut up. Like, goddamn torch.
I've arrived. Your luck may commence.
Another cleansed.
I don't know how to do some of these things because it's a different system. Like, I need the touchscreen for this to function correctly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
can't.
know-
I don't have access to certain buttons because this is designed with the touchscreen in mind for some stupid reason.
really?
Yeah.
I was unaware of that. Oh boy, he's got more underwear. Well, what is the song if not good underwear?
Valid. that's frustrating.
quickens.
Ah. Missed.
So I tried to log onto my Twitch to troll you
Another one.
while I waited.
Yeah.
But I forgot my password.
Oh. Good job.
Yeah.
Ha!
Executed with impunity.
But yeah, so I feel it's less of a they had
Yeah.
touchscreen in mind and more.
I don't know how to get to that button. And that's how I get my team back to its actual position.
I assume the menu button doesn't do anything. Plus or minus.
Plus.
Controls?
It's up button or down button to toggle between inventory map and or touch the inventory map. Yeah. Use R and L button to change hero selection or touch the hero. Press A button to move a hero within the party. Hold A button to restore. Aha!
Ah!
Okay.
Oh, I helped.
This is move skill. Hold ZL button to view gameplay effects like light level and hero status conditions. You can also tap on the torch. ZR button to access map controls. On the touchscreen, pinch to zoom the. Yeah. It's right stick to abandon the quest and return to the hamlet or touch the retreat. Okay.
So, I believe it was less, it was designed for touchscreen and more. This game was designed for PC first. And so, what's the easiest way to emulate somebody dragging the mouse all over the place? And it would be touchscreen. But they also have the kind of awkward controller controls.
Okay.
Ooh.
Impressive haul. If you value such things.
It is also. I don't know how to check my stats. Or like the buffs that I have on.
Oh, yeah. Is it yell?
Hold? Okay. Targets, inventory map, inventory map. Okay.
Nice.
Aha!
Yeah, heck these dudes. So then querying your healer due to the unfortunate events of last night.
Yeah. Actually, my Crusader is a better healer.
Oof. Oh, that's rough.
My dodge is also high enough that everybody's pretty good at it, though. So.
This is just party blind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flex squad.
Dots work so much better than flat damage in this game.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's dead.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own.
See, great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Son of a bitch. I need a Vestal, John.
You need a Vestal so bad. Can you not revive the really good one that you lost?
You have to get the event.
Oh,
Continually
I didn't know there was an event.
destroy.
Yeah, it's
Or
not
I-
just a...
Or if I did remember, or no, I forgot.
This is 375... 1250, yeah. 750, okay.
Also, aren't a concerning amount of your people vampires?
No!
Hmm.
All that got cured for some reason.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey, how's... That's weird. Normally you can only carry like 1750 in gold, and I've got 2350. I wonder if that's an antiquarian thing?
Oh, it could be.
Either way, I'm getting rid of this. Taking that. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh, good. I didn't, like, swap anything out.
Oh, the Brigand 8-pounder.
Yeah. What about it?
Oh no, I was just wondering what your boss was, or your objective. Ew.
Yeah, I can fight this.
Very gross.
Yeah. Shit. I hate you so much.
Ooh.
Gross. Well.
In radiance,
I like how the horrible bugs are just on a dude.
The dude is the horrible bug.
Hmm.
Ooh.
the slow
Haha.
death,
Get hacked?
unforeseen, unforgiving.
Oh, don't gather blood. Okay.
Oh, is that one of the abilities that might
Passion is a rarity
infect you?
in the
No, it can occasionally heal.
Ah.
See, he's actually a decent healer.
Yeah?
Because he also tanks. Oh.
Hmm.
There's no damage mod on
Huh.
the Adder's Kiss.
Dang.
press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Ah.
Hey.
Oh, did that sting? The Baron's
Remind
invitation. Oh.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, so it seems like the Antiquarian gave you 2,500 as your new total.
Yeah.
There.
Alright, back to the beginning.
Hey, a torch.
The light, the promise of safety.
I never pick up the torches. I just immediately use them.
Yeah. So is this a Crusader who's like scared of the dark, but also has like?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
Deadly, Eagle Eye, Mankind, Balance, Lurker, plus 10% damage if torch below 26. Oh, he does not like Divine Grace because he's scientific.
You're a Crusader.
We go up.
A lens.
Yeah. Okay.
It's even that.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
Did he beat up an effigy because he was so scientific?
No. He also has Erotomania. He experiences religious visions and delusions. Paranormania. He's obsessed with the paranormal. Demonomania. He believes he is possessed by demons. And Shocker, which means
So he's
Not
scientific,
particular.
but he believes in the supernatural and that he is also possessed by a demon.
I mean, yeah. We know demons are real. God damn it.
You're an antiquary. She's just face tanking every trap.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I need combat to keep the light going.
Fight. Oh, hey, some combat in an empty room. But fast, an item.
No.
Oh,
Like, there's nothing over there.
yeah.
There's no point in going to that combat.
Yeah.
Nope. Hysterical blindness. Oh, now what? Oh.
Oh, okay, he's fine.
Yeah. Oh. Haha.
Oh. What's this doohickey?
This is a secret room. In which I'm going to take a nap.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Oh, you got 12 to use on your respite.
Yeah.
I'm used to it being 10, but I could very well be wrong.
I'm pretty certain you're wrong.
Yeah. Like, upon second thought, I'm very wrong.
What companions armor piercing plus 15% for 4 battle? Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
Can't be marked. Self only.
I feel like these guys do more bleed than blight, yeah?
Yeah. Oh no, these guys do, or the
The
enemies?
bandits, yeah.
I think so. Supply item.
I might have put these on the wrong...
Stress, 4 battles.
Prayer is the light which I do not believe in.
What? It doesn't not believe. Well, shut up.
The match is struck.
What?
A blazing
Oh,
star.
nice. You didn't get ambushed.
Yeah, but also I didn't finish.
Hmm. Ooh.
Laden with
What are
loot
these?
are often loaned
Oh, you can only carry one.
3,500.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dump the rubies? Or the Rugi?
Probably that.
Yeah.
Dump the blood.
Yeah. You're gonna be loaded when you leave this dungeon.
Yeah.
Now if only you can find the boss.
30. You have 17 stress to 6. Alright. There's the trap.
Good job, Antiquarian.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
She is just a magnet for getting the crap beat out of her.
Yeah, apparently. I zoomed in a little too far. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good amount of zoom.
Yay. I still have shovels.
A Doug.
Can I use a shovel on this? It does nothing. Key won't do anything.
Yeah, the only thing that I could think of that might do so. Oh!
The
This is
torch does it on certain ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say torch or holy water.
Well struck.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so there's this little lock tab in here, and that seems to be what keeps the doodads in place.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lock for the wrist strap.
No, it's a lock to lock it on the controller.
Yeah, that's honestly a pretty good like plan. Gotta strap down the lockup. Slime.
Ow.
Ooh.
Gross. Oh man,
Antiquarian.
Antiquarian is a...
She's going nuts. Ew.
Resist it. Okay, that's fine. She can take stress.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Does he have a move that moves him up?
No.
Okay. Nobody has a move that takes her down. Oh no.
What?
Oh.
I put guard.
Oh. That's still damage even if it doesn't hit her.
There we go.
Oh. And she's down.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely
Oh,
a
scouting.
trick of the light?
Oh, hey, 2 combats. Faye.
Go. Zoom back out. Is that... Nope. That's just a battle.
Oh, our boss battle is unique.
Yeah.
Okay. That dang crate suspicious. Oh.
Okay.
Rip shovel.
You can't rip the shovel. It's a shovel. I had to
He's
send
good.
shovels out at work today.
Fair.
Ooh.
Nice.
No. The antiquarian.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm glad that went to her, not the antiquarian. Haha.
Get hacked.
Wow.
Stop trying to rend.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Blighted.
I think the next tier of that actually also blights.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's fine. Oh. Ow! That's less fun. Die. Run away!
Nice. Yoked. Oh, hey, some torches.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
You're full up on cash.
Yep. That happens a lot. I'm only keeping the cash around because it's actually 2,500 instead of the usual 1,750. Oh god, fungus things.
These are terrible.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I'm still stealthed. Dope.
Oh, hey.
Damage mod plus 40%.
Oh, these guys are fungal. They're probably super resistant to blight, huh?
Ah. 60, 60, 60, 60. Yeah, that's not bad either. This guy.
Jesus. That's a big old get hacked. Respectable damage.
Yeah, the Grave Robber has like no HP.
Yeah.
So it does automatically go to the lowest HP target,
Oh, that's nice.
which is almost always the Grave Robber unless they are actually at max HP. At
Hey,
which
she
point
dodged.
it at least figures that much out. Yeah, I probably have her dodge pretty high. Yeah, her dodge is at 30.
Dang.
Twin snakes.
Snake.
Ninja vanish.
Want to do your big dumb crit again?
Yeah. Damn.
Hey, you did debuff him.
The debuff is just, why is everything bleeding me? And blight. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay, 3 is not bad.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Oof.
Ow.
Stab it.
No, no more blight.
Decimated.
Jeez.
Why?
Because it's really hard to hit a dog with a sword. Stop blighting them.
God.
Oh.
Be gone, fiend.
Do you have enough firewood to do another,
I don't have any more
Wary.
firewood.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have...
Ow.
Boo.
tools of iron, you must rely on flesh.
Uh-oh.
An indefatigable purpose.
Selfish. Selfish. I don't want selfish.
Come on. Nope.
Hey, duh.
Hey. Ha! Joke's on you. I'm already stressed out of my eyeballs.
Oh, I should use my torches. Rather than just throw them away. Oh well.
Hindsight is the mind killer.
No. Ow!
It's very rude. Stab it. Nice. Yes. It's just time to try and heal everyone before the boss.
Yeah.
God, these guys hit like a truck.
Yeah. Finally. Oh, my dodge is down to... Why is my dodge only at 12?
Jeez. Now.
Yay. That's probably not my way. Oh, hey, it worked.
Oh, hey. It's always a good fight when one of your tanks is healing himself.
I mean, that's part of why I brought him.
Oh, he negated all that healing. Stop it. It's not
That's
gonna work.
fine. Like, no.
Oh.
Do not tell them to stop doing stuff that does nothing.
But it's tactically advantageous for them to... Damn it. Stop being a crazy person, Rosa.
Hey.
Nice.
No. Yay.
Wow, they really hate people who mark themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. Oh, really?
Technically the lowest health.
This expedition at least promises success.
Really? That's where the boss is, huh?
Never would have guessed. This game is a effort and patience
Yeah. It can be.
and acceptance. This game makes
Hey.
you go through. Oh hey, through all things of grief.
For a task well performed.
Oh boy, another curio.
Why? Why would you do this to yourself?
Gry, why are you like this? Ooh, strong open. Yeah, I was gonna say use the spear.
Yay!
Ooh. Look at him not being.
Yeah. That's why I threw away the torches.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm fighting, the light never goes down all that far.
Yeah.
That's also why I was like, I need to fight. Yay, skeleton's dead.
No, you can focus on healing.
Yep.
Oof. Eats away at his flesh.
There we go. 27. Okay.
And he's down.
Said he's dead.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into
Okay,
the
time to
mud.
fight the bandit boss.
A marvel of technology, an engine of
Oh, God.
destruction. Inspiration and improvement.
I love how hyped the ancestor can get sometimes. So is it the dude with the stick there in spot 4 that you gotta...
Take him out relatively quickly.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Yay.
Nice.
No. Don't
Wow,
shank the squishy.
He can shank so far. Jimmy Long Shanks is what they call him.
Bonk. Misfire. Oh, okay. Yay!
Nice. Oh boy, the matchman's gone. Just throwing daggers at this cannon.
Why not?
I love video game logic.
You asshole.
But isn't that what you did on your turn? Oh wait, that ate up her turn, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the matchman.
Ah, damn
Really
it.
hoping for a crit.
Haha.
Stop freaking people out.
So just to keep calling reinforcements, huh?
Seems like it.
Oof.
That thing has so much health. Jeez.
That does not.
So not only are you freaking everyone out, Rosa, but you're also terrible with a knife.
Yeah, the Antiquarian is such a weird class, and I don't care for it.
Oh hey, called in a dude too.
Ninja vanish.
Every time you say that, I just think of TMNT 2 and how much I love that movie as a child. I haven't seen.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. There is no TMNT 2.
Oh,
because
you are
the
correct.
animated movie was called TMNT.
You are correct.
Yeah.
And Ninja Turtles 2 is also a different movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. Or did Michael Bay go back on his, let's call this the Ninja Turtle world? Oh, no.
Oh. Ha!
Eat it, losers.
More reinforcements. You don't need more reinforcements, actually.
But yeah, so the second movie featuring the Ninja Turtles from back in the day.
Yeah, with the Super Shredder.
Yeah. I love the Super Shredder so much. So, and the Ninja Rap.
Ninja rap.
Oh, that movie was focus tested for me as a child.
Yeah, it tracks.
But yeah, I haven't seen it in forever. But somewhere I think I might have the Blu-ray of.
Ow!
Oof.
About to break.
Let's see. The 3 Ninja Turtles movies, and then there was another one on that list. But it is lost to me what that 4th Ninja Turtles movie was.
The animated one?
Maybe, actually, yeah, I think you might be right.
Haha.
You're right.
I'm so glad that's got like low.
Low accuracy.
Yeah. Let's heal this squishy.
Now the squishy throws knives and or medicinals.
No! Stop shaking
All that
the squishy.
healing. Reinforcements! Yeah!
Yay.
Oof. Oh wait, that was blocked. Never mind. Ignore that oof.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Oh no, Jimmy Longshanks, he's caught the blight. I love how it just keeps summoning the matchman who just your snake, your shield breaker has just been destroying on the regular.
Right? Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's super dead.
Oh, hey.
What it must be like to be Gry and just have this tank move to point blank range.
Yeah!
Okay, that's what it's like. He
What?
shouts a cool one-liner and then whacks the tank with his sword.
Yeah. You're
Oh, does she need to be in the front to throw the spear?
Yeah.
Ooh!
Ha! Yo, you. Oh, you.
Useless sack of crap.
That would have just killed the tank.
It would have. Don't you just love it?
Really?
A corpse of
Woo.
twisted metal and splintered wood.
Okay.
stones.
Good, they all died of a heart attack.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Yay.
Dump, I guess, the food and the keys.
Yeah. Half of those worth. And this is worth 500 apiece. Wow.
Dang. Yeah, I think it's just worth it to head on home.
Yay.
Woo! You did it!
Oh, this was not worth a lot of money. But I do get a lot of money, so.
Got a weird crown for a reward.
It's a flagellant thing. I'm just gonna end
Oh,
up selling it off.
boo.
I do not like the flagellant.
Yeah,
He's
the
just
flagellant
awkward.
was weird, and it didn't help that we decided
Hey.
to try him out on the bone dungeon.
Hey, +5 accuracy. Frick
Oh.
yeah.
Who got that?
Homage, the grave robber.
Oh, nice. That's real good.
She also got deviant tastes.
Oh
Is
my
not allowed to visit the brothel.
Oh my
Reasons
God.
best left to discretion.
Great.
There's I got Cophobe, which okay. I'm okay with this.
Well,
Could have used it before this run started.
yeah. Yeah, he is loaded with disease.
My obsession caused this great foulness.
Oh my God,
I
Cardon.
must rely upon you to set it right.
Week 39. Tavern Cardon has experienced undreamt of pleasures and refuses to leave the brothel yet.
Wow. Well, at least he's not going to be stressed when he comes out.
Oh, yeah. Yay, no more syphilis. Oh, got rid of Grey Rot and Lethargy.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Got rid of Claustrophobia. Got rid of Enlightened. Yay. I think I can finally take Dismas out again. Oh, Homage also leveled up.
Nice.
And Gray leveled up. And there's no event this week?
Rasai needs to go chill out somewhere.
Yeah. Oh. There we go. You can go wherever. So we're gonna. There's an extra coin. That wasn't here. You. Yeah. I locked that in. This is the only other one that's useful. With injury, wounds, and torture. Neomania, obsessed with sainthood, slow reflexes sucks. Intense needs 2 specific actions. Where was he? At 100.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
You. Stout. Okay. That's fine. Minus 5% max HP. That sucks.
Yeah.
But, oh. Huh. Oh. She's actually split. Both of these actually kind of suck.
Oh, no.
Um, really take enough, buddy. Enough. Yeah, we want to get rid of that.
Get rid of the yips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just flat -5 to accuracy on my Arbalest.
Yeah, that's
Take part in prayer activity in town. Replace sickly. Yeah, that's fine. Creative HP. Yeah, that's fine. May not meditate. Yeah, you're actually pretty okay.
dang. He has a 90%
Oh my
light
God.
resist.
Oh, he does? Oh, nice. Yeah, because of the thick-blooded, which means he has a default 80?
Yep. Dang.
Damn.
Houndkeeper is tough.
I like the Houndkeeper. Also, I mean, he's level 4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stop. Fucking. You
Stop
fuck.
being terrible.
No. He's in the brothel.
That's what I said.
I told him to stop fucking.
Mmm.
I actually like Risk Taker.
Oh, okay.
Plus 10% damage, minus 10 dodge. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. It means I can drop.
Dodge is a 0.
Like, it means I can drop any dodge lowering accessories on him and
Yeah.
not give a shit.
That is true.
Let's get rid of compulsive.
Yeah, compulsive's pretty awful.
It's not bad. Nope. It's just annoying.
So many trinkets.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you level 1.
Bad healer.
And creative HP below 50%. Eh. Minus 20% on healing skills.
Oh no.
Huh, none of those heal. That heals. You.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Torch below. Oh, Arbalest only. I already have those. Creative torch below 26. Torch below 51. Ow. I don't want any of the dark stuff.
Don't you want to be edgy?
Oh, murder you in your sleep.
That's fair.
Everything takes so much except for the performance hall. The performance hall just helps the jester.
Yeah.
Unless it can be upgraded later.
Unsure.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Right, that's just that. What do we want to do?
Maybe a quick one. It's 9 o'clock.
Oh. Do you know what the glowy eyes thing means?
That might be the collector. Might mean that that he's hanging around in the Weld.
Yeah. Because it... you mean the cove?
The Cove, yeah.
'Cause this is the Weld.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, 3 animalistic shrines. Town event, fresh air in the tunnels. I don't know what that means. And
ZL doesn't tell you.
no.
Hmm.
Yeah. A short one. It's gonna be one of the explorations. Ooh.
Oh.
6750 or yeah, we'll do this one. By
God. Okay, so who's your healer in this group?
God. Ow. No one.
Oh no.
I don't have a healer for upper level ones right now. I've got a healer for lower level. I guess I'm doing a lower level. Yeah, I know. Just...
Everybody stop being so choosy. So Chandos's name, I thought it was Chados.
Oh, I picked you up as level 1. What do you have equipped? Crush, Rampart,
Command and
Bolster.
Bolster. Looks like he has a healing camping skill.
Yeah. But I don't think any of a short one is not going to have camping.
Yeah.
I want Retribution instead of Rampart. I definitely want Crush, like just the basic attack. Gives riposte and marks the target. I want that. Yeah. So it actually puts them in the thing, the order you select them in, which is weird. You are my healer there. Okay. Oh, let's do this. So what did I have? First one and the last 3. You're good there. Oh, good. Haha.
Ooh.
But I can afford to do this.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
What was the first thing? It was 20% move skill. It's 30% stun skill. Do I have? No. I don't have either of those things equipped.
What's the eye patch do?
+4 dodge.
Oh, okay.
Minus 10% to his resists, but yeah. 2 speed +8 dodge. Fuck yeah. 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 Range. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where do I have? Hang on, I don't know where he's at. No party right now. Pistol shot, like shot, grape shot. Yeah, that activates riposte. We can handle that. Do I have anything that moves him back? He does not have anything to move him back.
Weird.
Oh no. Point blank. Point blank moves him back. Okay. That'll work.
That'll do, Ranger. Rogue. That'll do. Oh, he's way back there.
Yeah. Okay, so well, let's see if anybody has any problems with the weld or the cove. Well, he explores the well. Okay,
Oh, that's good.
no problems. No problems.
Fear of the Eldritch, which I don't think is in the wild.
I'm not worried about that. Like, I was looking for specifically Weld Explorer
Yeah.
or Weld Phobe. So we go to the Weld. That makes that easier.
Yeah. Send me out again. Is this the organization of the party you want?
Well, he wants to be in the middle. I'm actually okay with this, yeah. Yep, this'll work.
Okay.
I don't have anything to give me light in combat.
That's true.
I rely on the Crusader lighting shit up way too much. But also, it's so useful.
Yeah.
Did you want your water? Oh, both of those are empty.
Yep.
I moved the one when I sat down.
Corruption has soaked the soil, stopping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out
So let's see. This
evil.
one's all the room battles. Curses. Curses.
Yay! It's
Oh
worth
boy,
going
you
over.
surprised him.
I usually do, actually.
A decisive pummeling.
Slice, slice, slice. Oh, you guys' thing is in weird order. More dodge.
All the dodge.
Really? Only 8? That's not great.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, that's fine.
Oof. Oh.
It was only
Yeah,
5 damage.
I forgot it was a man-at-arms, the most tankiest hacker in this game.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Really?
Dogs are agile, dude.
Shush.
Oof. Bonk that pupper good.
Press this advantage.
Yeah.
No quarter.
Try and bleed the dog.
I don't have a bleed on him.
Oh.
The bleed is for my heal.
Hmm.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh.
Is he like the anti-crusader? Does he take away torch?
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Confidence
Dang.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
What? Remain and grab that chest? Hot dog? Okay, so we know there's no more room battles. Oh no. Mosquitoes.
No, don't make me go crazy. Mark this little shit.
Get marked. God, how annoying would it have been if you went the other way?
Right? I mean, that's why I went that way first. Was,
Yeah.
But I was not ready for this to be over immediately.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sloof right off that shield. Dang. People are gonna leave this dungeon more sane than when they went in.
Okay.
The best.
Yay. Oh.
Well, praying. Ah.
Why punch?
Help me with the dog.
Oh, are you taking him out? Are you taking the shot? I like how he got into pick up position. For fiber. Need my fiber. Toothpicks are full of calcium W. W stands for wood.
Okay, dork. Hey! Yes!
Ooh.
One stress, 8 stress. What?
No, I'm just very amused. Yeah, squash that bug.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious
Oh,
killer.
that's not what I thought I had. Oh.
lovingly admired.
Ooh.
See? Normally it's
Yep.
1750. I think that's the antiquarian lets you have more space. Oh no. More bugs.
More pigs. Heck, you in particular, dirtbag.
Obliterated.
There we go.
Well said, ancestor. You ever shoot someone so hard with a musket that they just cease to exist?
Yes. Just now.
Did that? Oh no. Annihilator.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh boy.
Did he do?
He did all over the stairs.
Oh boy, like a hero.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I was prepared for a fight for some reason.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
19. I'll take a look at that.
Bleedstone.
I'm reasonably certain I get the lore if I read it.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I don't care enough.
Yeah, cut that mushroom and...
Alright. Roping swing. Ah, stop hitting the occultist.
He's very squishy. Oh. Apparently the occultist shows up as a boss fight in Darkest Dungeon 2.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. Or at least as of now. Yeah, like the game's still in early access on Epic.
Impressive.
So no telling what they change.
Fair. Ha.
Yeah! Shield bonk! Literally no downside.
Stress-free.
Stress-free and loving great. Time for bonk.
This expedition at least promises success. The light, the promise of safety.
I still have 8 torches. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Ooh, dead guy. Ho-ho! Not even a treasure. Oh boy, shovel
Nature
time.
herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Oh. Okay, so 2 curios in a battle. Nice. Nice.
Ah, you said it.
Yeah. I regret I had. Quick, beat them all senseless.
Heh. Everybody dodge.
Oof.
Ow.
Stab it.
Ow. Only 5? Come on. You. Fuck. No, I still have 1 stress.
Oof.
Bonk.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
One last curio.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Everyone gets a snack cake except for the man-at-arms. Okay.
Happy.
Yes. So long as Chados got something. I bleed.
Force of will can overcome a failing body.
Oh, the game's just spitting in your face.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle,
That was great.
but one that must be fought.
Flashfire gunpowder.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey.
Okay, Griffin, what do you got?
Sustain leveled.
Antsy. Ooh,
Ooh.
quick reflexes.
It's 20 stress when idle in town for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awash in blood and delusion.
Settling to the extreme, several of the church's more zealous advocates have wandered into the hamlet in search of a glorious death. We hope they find it quickly. Are either of you any good? You might be.
A nervous bleeder. Wow.
So. Okay. Self heal.
So he is really good on his first turn.
No.
Okay.
He's actually okay.
Hmm.
Because, like, this is the only one he has that hurts himself.
Oh.
Self heal.
Oh, okay.
And he goes down a little bit. Yeah. They only have 4 camping skills.
Oh. Huh.
Damn.
They're all self-only. Why?
I don't know.
Maybe that's for, like, if you're trying to speedrun getting him quirks. Or if he has one of those quirks that's like, oh hey, when you're above X amount of stress, you get boatload of bonuses. Do you want to Weather's original chewy caramel?
Chewy? No.
Okay.
Not right this moment.
Yeah.
Finally! Cardin's done fucking.
Woo! Good job, Cardin.
Rose healed 110 stress.
Nice.
Has become one with pain and refuses to stop flagellating. God
Oh my
damn
God.
it.
Rebelf.
Prayed and recovered 86 stress. Could not achieve a meditative state and has become unfrustrated. Now is unquiet mind. Meditated and recovered 70 stress though. Alright. Got rid of hysterical blindness. Got rid of compulsive. Got rid of the yips.
Woo!
The town event blood pilgrimage. Stain is now a veteran jester.
Woo!
Alright. Oh, okay. I guess we stop the stream for the night?
Yes, in a second. Caramel is too chewy to be a semi-solid. Caramel is too chewy to be a semi-solid.
Alright. Night all.
Bye.
Where is the end stream?
Oh, yeah, I click on OBS. Yeah, then